Little motherfucker gonna try to rob me. Well, I'm gonna show you how we do it up here in Vegas. No, I wasn't trying to rob. Shut up! Before I bust a cap up in you. Now who sent you? No.
So what's up? We standing tall in your short stuff.
Yes.
All nuts of the bullshit that you dressed up. Address us on scholarship, homie, knowing you messed up. So fess up, you look for the best, knowing that that's us. So what's up? We standing tall in your short stuff.
Yes.
All nuts of the bullshit that you dressed up. Address us on scholarship, homie, knowing you messed up. So fess up, you look for the best, knowing that that's us. Sword clown, know that it's over like it's the fourth down. We the source now. Hear a big bang with tanks on ground. More than the scrimmage, yeah, we forcing the Senate, yeah, we pushing no limit. Leave the fight with no blemish. You the hometown, but you not receiving no privilege. We gon' do you bad, rape, rob, and pillage. But we nothing like the white man. I can see that you a big fan. Every time we go live, I see you in the damn stands. Watching and plotting, I see that you stalking a bit.
Yes.
You laughing at people, they seeing you taking
Here's the definition of plagiarism. The practice of taking someone else's work and famous and passing it off as
Crazy ass nigga, we the source. Yeah, we cite source. Spitting hot flames more hotter than hot sauce. For real. Source gang! Somebody is gonna catch a body tonight. Welcome to the Source Debate League, man. The home where champions are made. Somebody is gonna catch a body. Tight. Welcome to the Elimination Chamber. One loss and you out of here for $500 cash prize and a shot at the heavyweight championship of the Source Debate League. There are many duplicators, but one originator. This is what we do here at the Source, man. Right? We'll give you, right, to build up your portfolio when it comes to scholarship and allow you to be able to transition from being a keyboard warrior. This is a match to see who's going to make it to the Final Four. All right? It's going down here at the Source, man. Right? Shout out to the Source heavyweight champion, Joshua, the Scholastic Bully. Right? Shout out to the founder of the Source, General Yashar, Tanks on Ground. Shout out to the YAP gang. Are we the best? Yeah. Shout out to the Precepticons. Right? This is what it's about, man. Shout out to the Gold Coast Gorillas, man. I'm a Gold Coast Gorilla, man. All right? But here tonight, we have an epic showdown, man. We have an epic showdown, you feel me? Between the middleweight champion, Joshua, Salakia, the middleweight champion, Kyng Seth, versus my brother, Malaki Macabee, right? Who've been, honestly, doing nothing but kicking ass and taking names. Right? Shout out to all the supporters of the Source Debate League, man. Listen, man, share the video. like, subscribe, comment, right? Help bring some traffic here as we continue to move on in the tournament, right? Because again, it's much better for us to be doing this, talking about the Creator, you know, men using their mental prowess, right, to show forth scholarship and bring things on a whole nother level, man. You know, first and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor to YAHWH'S, Shema Mashiach Yahushua, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Don't ever get it twisted. Oh yeah, and the views here are not a representation of the source as far as brothers' doctrines. All right, I want to make that clear. All right, I want to introduce the judges, man. We have 3 judges, and they're from different persuasions, whether they be an Old Testament Israelite, a Messianic Israelite, whether they be an atheist, right, a Muslim, damn Buddhist, a Hindu, whatever persuasion that you are. We try to have these 3 persuasions. So we're working to eliminate bias. I myself have absolutely nothing to do with the decisions that are made by the judges. All right? So don't get mad at me when somebody laid a smack down on your candy ass. Okay? I want to make that extremely clear. All right? Shout out to the chat, man. See a lot of brothers and sisters in the chat. Right? You know that boy Mally, he bring a whole damn college, he bring the whole college campus with him. All right? All praise and glory. All right, so man, I want to take this time to introduce the judges, man. First and foremost, man, shout out to my brother Is in the building, man. Precepticons, man. What's going on, bro?
Man, you know, all praise to the Most High. First thing first, all praise to the Most High. Precepticons in the building. Shout out to Source Gang up in this joint. About to be another excellent showdown. Yup. Shout out to them niggas too. I'm just listening and enjoying.
All right, man. So the first judge I want to introduce, man, brother I met on Clubhouse, man. Brother SOG, man. Introduce yourself. Let the people know what persuasion you coming from, brother.
Yeah, shalom. This your brother SOG, man. I represent the Torah and Tanakh, and I represent it well. You heard? Shout outs to the room and the contestants, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yes, sir. The next judge, Elder Lahab in the building, man. Introduce yourself, man, and let the people know your persuasion.
Precepticons in the building. Elder Lahab, Minister of Defense of the Precepticons. I'm just looking forward to a informative debate and some good information. Hopefully these brothers bring some new information to this topic. So I just want to say shalom to everybody.
Everybody hold up a second, man. Hold up a second. The heavyweight champion of the source is in the building, man. Shout out to the Scholastic Bully, man. What's going on, family?
Yo, man. I'm here. I made it, brother. I made it, man. Where we at, man? We introducing the brothers or what? What's happening?
Yeah, we introducing the final judge, man. Then we're gonna, go into the rules and regulations. Then we're gonna get this thing started, man. We ain't gonna hold y'all up at all. Right? So final judge, man, introduce yourself and your school of thought.
Hey, what's up? Thanks. Thank all of y'all, Joshua, King Seth, for inviting me on here. I am a ex-Christian, but that just because I'm an ex-Christian does not mean that God does not exist. So I'm here to give a fair and impartial judgment based on how the brothers perform. And my school of thought is basically I incorporate everything because I believe that knowledge is power.
All right. So listen, I want to make this clear for those that are watching, man. The judges are not judging based upon their own personal understanding. They're going to judge the brothers based upon their performance that they give tonight and the information, whether or not it swayed them. All right. So this is a performance based, right? Somebody try to accuse us claiming that performance is somebody raising their voice or giving theatrics. That's not performance. We're talking about the information. So I want to make sure that everyone understand that. All right. So without further ado, man, I want to introduce the contestants, man. Up first, my brother Malaki Macabee. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, shalom, 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 YAH'KI. All praises to the ever-present creator, the all in all, the always was, is, and ever shall be, the mighty Yahweh. Hey, salute the creator gang in the building, man. The organic body of faithers. That's how I roll. And oh yeah, shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. Yeah. We love y'all too. Bless up, bless up. And by the time I'm done tonight, this boy gonna know there's a creator. No guesswork, no licking of the finger. He gonna know there's a creator when I get done with him tonight. Bless up, let's cook.
All right. Now, without further ado, man, take this opportunity to introduce the middleweight champion of the Source Debate League. The middleweight champion of the Source Debate League. The middleweight champion of the Source Debate League. The Texas Rattlesnake, man. Talk to us, man.
Man, what's up, man? Let's go and get this shit started, bro.
Let's go, man. Let's go. All right, man. So, all right. So we're doing 3 10-minute rounds, 3 15-minute rounds. What we doing here?
Nah, it's 3 15-minute rounds, Doc. And then it's a 10-minute interrogation each of us got.
All right. Who's going first?
Shit, let me go first. He the one with the belt.
All right. Put share your screen, man.
So I share my screen, man. Clip up. You know how we rock. All
right. Joshua, you got us on the time?
Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure I pull my time up too.
Yeah, I got them. They got 3 15-minute rounds and then 10 minutes each on a crossfire.
All right, hold on, YAH'KI. Make sure I'm cooking.
And the title, oh, you got it on the screen. Cool. Atheism.
Yeah, the title is Atheism versus the Creator. Which one is more logical? All right. So look, let's go ahead and cook. We ain't here to exchange fancy and smooth soliloquies. You know what I'm talking about? Let's cook. Let's go ahead and cook. Move this on out the way.
All right, I'm moving everybody down.
Screen. I can't. You don't even need to see my mug. All right, let's cook. Atheism versus the Creator. Which one is more logical? Round 1. My opponent will lose this debate because he is ill prepared. He came prepared to rebuttal of God, even though the title says the Creator. For it on the record, when I say Creator, I'm not talking about any makeshift God or deity. I'm talking about the Creator of gods. So what is the difference between the Creator and God? My opponent doesn't know what a God is. How in the hell can he tell us what a God ain't? Book of Discipline, source, OISP, chapter 1, verse 1. God reveals who he is. This is the word from the organic heaven. Hear the words of your God, O man. I am your brother. I am your brother, risen from mortality to a holy place in heaven. Profit in my wisdom and be admonished by my love. For as I am your elder brother, so shall it be with you, to rise also in time to come and look back to mortals and call them to the exalted heavens of the Almighty, to Yahweh, to Jehovah, all adoration and glory forever. Amen. All life, motion, power, and things seen and unseen are by and through him. Neither is there an angel in heaven so high, nor sufficiently wise to comprehend the Creator in his entirety, nor to see him as you see your fellow man. For he is within all, beyond and over all, being ever present in all places, doing by virtue of his presence, quickening all the living, adorable above all things, as the sun is to the light of day, so is Yahweh, Jehovah, to the understanding of all the living. upon which to contemplate is the road of everlasting life, rising in wisdom, love, and power forever. Hear your God, oh man. Listen up. Hear your God, oh man, and distinguish then that the two, God and the Creator, God and Yahweh, God and Jehovah, are not the same one, nor is your God more than what you shall become or shall be in time to come. As a kingdom on earth has a king, and the king is nevertheless immortal, so in like manner is the heavenly place of your God, a kingdom of angels, and the chief over them is God, an angel also. Backdrop. This debate comes down to one thing and one thing alone, and that is common sense. From the voices inside our minds that we all have been in communion with, to the changing of the seasons and the circuits of the heavenly luminaries, it is beyond obvious. It is beyond obvious there is a creator. So how do you prove? How do you prove an ever-present, all-powerful, all-knowing creator? Through what is known as creation. Pay attention. Book of Discipline, source OI chapter 8, 5-8. For which reasons you shall explain that only facts well known or comparatively proven are light. An opinion, atheism, is not light. That whoever professes light must know the matter by his own knowledge. That facts, numbers, or axioms can demonstrate light. And that without these, then the supposed light or knowledge that King Seth has is only darkness. Pursue this philosophy. Pursue this philosophy, and you shall easily discover between us or who among you has the highest light. Every created thing has a creator. This mealy mouth Negro knows this. Every created thing has a creator. There is no thing about my opponent that wasn't created. His body, his breath, his clothes, his car, his house, his entire family, his money, his computer, his phone, his food, his medicine, everything about him has a creator. My opponent has fallen into darkness. He has sunk lower than snail nuts. Such feebleness of mind is not even understandable in children. Listen to me. Creation is too vast. Creation is too vast for anyone to arrive at the conclusion that there is no creator. Everything from your anatomy to the cosmos is in constant change and motion. Knowing these facts, my opponent wants you all to believe that it is logical to be an atheist and not believe in the Almighty. What is atheism? Source Britannica.com. Atheism in general, the critique and denial of metaphysical beliefs in God or spiritual beings. As such, it is usually distinguished from theism, which affirms the reality of the divine and often seeks to demonstrate its existence. Atheism is also distinguished from agnosticism, which leaves open the question whether there is a God or not, professing to find the questions unanswered or unanswerable. Source, keysofenoch.org. DNA and the divine name. Bag drop, boy. You gonna know tonight. Original research on our genetic God code. According to the Keys of Enoch, the future of the scientific and popular understanding of the sacred. The connection between DNA and the divine name of God, YHWH'S, Jehovah, goes back over 30 years in the work of the Book of Knowledge, the Keys of Enoch, and from medical researchers who have worked with this information. The divine names are generally recognized as the biblical and extra biblical names of God, used in the writings of the prophetic thinkers down through the centuries, who brought forth a higher path of service in what was regarded as a profane world. In biblical and Kabbalistic teaching, the fabric of the human body came out of the utterances of the divine word. The Book of Knowledge, the Keys of Enoch, makes the correlation that this divine name, Yahweh, Jehovah, was the key behind the transcription code of chemical letters, which develops the human body. Ball game, boy. What is you talking about? It's in you, not on you, boy. In 1973, while at the University of California, Hertak came to understand that there was a connection between the series of linguistic and genetic association in the spelling of God's name in the biblical Hebrew, YHWH. He constructed a genetic resource table using the divine name code in a triple arrangement of letters, including the start and stop coding of letters for each of the sequences with the amino and nucleic acids. This work was presented selectively before the Academy of Parapsychology and Medicine in June of '73 by Dr. J.J. Hertak and published in his book, The Book of Knowledge, The Keys of Enoch, which has been translated into 10 foreign languages since that time as a matrix for the interrelationship between language and genetics and the use of the name of Yahweh or Jehovah. Look at this right here. Concerning the combination codes of DNA, constructs the mini complex amino acids. The Book of Knowledge, Keys of Enoch, Keys 202 details. The DNA code is a series of matrices. The first and primal matrix square consists of permutations of the what? Tetragrammaton. The 4 letters in Hebrew, which translate into Yahweh, Jehovah, Yod-Heh-Wav-Heh. This matrix is titled Word Spirit. The Word Spirit table is constructed from the 3 letters of the divine name, which in various combinations create the 64 cells. Although the divine name is spelled with 4 letters, it uses only 3 from the alphabet, YHW, just as DNA or RNA contain 4 nucleotides as letters, but read only 3 at a time to make the codon that codes for the amino acids of our body. The divine name, Yahweh, Jehovah, the divine name, is no more static than the DNA sequences and can be rearranged for different functions. Boy, what are you talking about? What is we even reading her? Look at this. So as we see, mankind is encoded. Hey, Seth, it's on you. It's in you, not on you, boy. Mankind is encoded with the divine name of Jehovah, Yahweh, the very chemical makeup and structure of man, from the DNA double helix strand within us all, up to his curly or kinky hair. The Creator has marked his creation. Notice the spiraling or coiling structure of DNA, as if it has been intentionally twisted or coiled in a circular motion. This is what's inside of you, boy, and that's coded with the name of the Creator. So who is the ever-present, omnipotent, all-powerful, all-knowing Creator? Source, O-I-Spade. Book of Yahweh. Oh, man, we got a book of Yahweh in this deal. Book of Jehovah, O-I-Speed, chapter 1, 1-4. All was, all is, all ever shall be. The all spoke, and motion was, and is, and ever shall be. And being positive was called he and him. The all motion was his speech. He said, I am, and he comprehended all things, the seen and the unseen. Nor is there anything in all the universe, nor is there anything in all the universe that is not part of him. He said, I am the soul of all, and all that is seen is part of my person and my body. By virtue of my presence, all things are. By virtue of my presence, life is. By virtue of my presence, the living are brought forth into life. I am the quickener, the mover, the creator, the destroyer. I am first and last. Chief over all that live on the earth, I made man. Male and female, I made them. And so that man could distinguish me, I commanded him to give me a name. By virtue of my presence, I commanded him. And man did not name me after anything in heaven or on earth. In obedience to my will, he named me after the sounds the wind utters. And he said, Eh-O-I, which is now pronounced Jehovah. And it is written thus. Let's go back over it. 1 and 1. All was, all is, all ever shall be. The all spoken motion was and is and ever shall be. And being positive was called he and him. The all motion was a speech. The all or the Creator is a dual being. Conscious existence that is and is beyond the totality of existing things. As one body, not separated bodies. The positive aspect represents the he or the bringing forth manifestation, which is the transmission of energy. Ain't nothing spooky about what I'm talking about, which is the transmission of energy. To transmit means to convey energy or force through a mechanism. Precept, I speed. Book of Yahweh 5:5-6. Yahweh said, because of my presence, I quickened into life all that live. or ever have lived, because I am male and female. Even in my likeness, I made them thus, because I am the power to quicken into life. So in likeness of me, I made them with power to bring forth. That's why you got power to bring forth, man and woman. What is motion? An act, process, or instance of change in place. Movement, an active or functioning state or condition. If the creator didn't move, nothing would be manifested. 1 and 2. He said, I am. He said, I am, and he comprehended all things, the seen and the unseen. Nor is there anything in all the universe that is not part of him. Everything seen is visible and tangible, and everything unseen is invisible to the human senses, but not necessarily tangible or intangible to the senses. 1 and 3. He said, I am the soul of all, and all that is seen is part of my person and my body. By virtue of my presence, all things are. By virtue of my presence, life is. By virtue of my presence, the living are brought forth into life. I am the quickener, the mover, the creator, the destroyer. I am the first and the last. Many of y'all don't know creation and destruction are part of the same process. Make an airplane, a paper plane. In this example, the initial form, the paper, has to be destroyed in the middle in order to create a new form or plane to the right. There's no way around it. Pablo Picasso is even famous for the quote, every act of creation is first an act of what? Destruction. The law of conservation of mass says matter can change form through physical and chemical changes.
2-minute warning. 2-minute warning.
Matter is conserved. The same amount of matter exists before and after the change. None is created or destroyed. I speak, Book of Cosmogony and Prophecy, 3 and 21. What more is creation than to make a drop of rain? Or the destruction of a world, the dissolution of a world more than the evaporation of a drop of water. Pour a few drops of water on a table covered with dust, and each drop will become a what? A globe. Look for them tomorrow, and they are gone, evaporated. The globe is annihilated, for it was not a thing in fact, but the water, which was the thing, is not annihilated, but evaporated. The term annihilation applies to what are not things, in fact, but which are forms and figures. That said, if we are both creators and destroyers, what does that say about the source that created us in his likeness? Why does religion associate creation with God and destruction with the devil, making them two separate forces? Pay attention, the vortex, the creator's methodology in creation can be seen everywhere. Pay attention. freedictionary.com source. What is a vortex? In general physics, a whirling mass or rotary motion in a liquid, gas, flame, etc., such as the spiraling movement of water around a whirlpool. Look at this right here. In real time, you see vortexes all the time. Tornadoes, hurricanes. Many don't know this is the methodology the creator used and gave you as a sign to prove to you of how he makes suns, moons, and stars. Book of Yahweh, Book of Jehovah, chapter 3, 1-8. Thus spoke Yahweh, Jehovah, by the light of Cosmos. He proclaimed these things among the nations of the earth. Man looked upward in prayer, desiring to know the way of all created things, both on earth and in heaven. And Yahweh answered him, saying, the whirlwind I made as a sign to man of the way of my created words. As you see,
time.
Yo. Woo. All right, man. All right. So we got a wealth of information and knowledge that was brought forth in that presentation, Joshua, man.
Yeah, like the last time, man, the brother came with a lot of information, laid his premise. You know what I'm saying? It's up to King Seth to lay the counter claim. So,
That's right.
where King Seth at? Hey, you better come with it, man. Are you ready?
Yeah, bro, I'm ready. Hold on, let me share my screen.
Your time will start when your screen is sharing and your voice and you start to speak, brother.
Is it sharing? Hold on. No,
not yet.
Hold on. Share screen. Hold on. Cancel. Present. Share screen. Is it sharing?
No, sir.
Click share screen. Click present.
Window. Oh, here you go. I got it. I'm tripping. My bad. Is it sharing now?
I see it now. It's up.
I first of all, people, I want you to pay attention to the judges. Hello? Am I still being here?
Your mic is a
Hello?
little distorted, but I can hear you.
Okay, cool. First of all, judges, I want y'all to see like almost one of the first sentences that this brother came out saying. He came out saying, voices in your mind. He said, voices in our mind, huh? So right up, bro, he telling you that he already schizophrenic. He already telling you that there's something wrong with him. First of all, brother, another thing, you didn't show any proof of this supernatural entity exiting and putting this inside of our DNA. You said Yahweh, and all this other stuff. You named by 30 different gods. You said one God was from the New Testament, another God from the Old. That's the same book. Okay, let's go to another one. You have no facts. Only thing you did was started reading scriptures. And then I noticed, bro, that you came in here with a whole bunch of pseudo YHWH'S that's already been debunked. I don't know how long. And you came in here with that. So, bro, if you really do have any logical thinking, you will understand, bro, that was too easy. And then you read out the orthoscopy. Are you serious? Why you didn't read them where that book came from? It was a book written in 1880 by an American dentist named John Ballou Newborough, 1828 to 1891. He claimed that it was the result of automatic writing dictated to him by spirits in a trance. This boy came reading his whole first round based on this book and some scriptures. Boy, you had no evidence, boy. Let's say, come on, let's get it. Why? But let's go to why this more logical. Everybody know I'm gonna start my debate off with definitions. Atheism, a lack of belief or strong belief in the existence of God or any gods. A philosophical or religious position characterized by disbelief in the existence of gods or any gods. Let's go with the term logical. Of relating to, involving, or being in accordance with logic. Logical conclusion. Skilled in logic. Formally true or valid. Analytical, deductive, a logical statement. Capable of reasoning or of using reason in orderly, cogent fashion. A logical thinker. So let's keep going. We're going to keep reading. Let's read what faith is. Faith, an allegiance or duty or a person. Loyalty, lost faith in company's president, fidelity in one's promise, sincerity of intention, safety to in good faith, a belief and trust and loyalty to God. Now, see, this is the one that we most likely gonna go with, and we're gonna go with A22. A belief in the traditional doctrines of a religion, firm belief in something of which there is what? No proof. Clinging to the faith that her missing son would one day return, complete trust. Something that is believed, especially with strong conviction, especially a system of religious belief. The Protestant faith. This is what he has faith, because he has faith that it is. Now, see, when you go and look up the YHWH'S, they say it's enzymes. And when they enzyme, the scientists just happen to name the enzymes or give them a number. So the numbers that they use and they program and they put it into their paperwork and their data, they just put the number in there. And it was a damn coincidence that the numbers just happened to meet up with the alpha, with the Hebrew letter, because y'all know all the Hebrew letters have equal a number, just like the aleph equal 1. Everybody know this, or y'all should. So let's keep going. So don't come at me with that. That's already been debunked. Belief. A state or habit of mind on which trust, confidence in places, person, or a thing. Her belief in God. A belief in democracy. And let's go all the way to the bottom down here, number 3. Conviction of truth or some statement of the reality of some being or phenomenon, especially when based on examination of evidence. Belief is the validity of scientific statements. Let's keep going. Which is the creator? Okay, now he read out the Bible. He already came at us with the we got one over here. We got one judge. He believed in the Old Testament only. You see what I'm saying? Then you got another one that believe in the Messianic one. Then you got all kind of other Jews that believe in this one. But this one, Christianity, on the left side, which is the creator. Y'all see my sources. My sources gonna always be on my slide. There are more than 45,000 denominations globally of Christians. Followers of Jesus span the globe, but the globe body of more than 2 billion Christians is spread into thousands of denominations. Pentecostals, Presbyterian, Lutheran, Baptist, Apostolic, Methodist. The list goes on. Estimations show that there are more than 200 Christian denominations in the U.S. and staggering 45,000 globally, according to the Center of the Study of Global Christianity. Always new tab. So why does Christianity have so many branches? Because they confused. That's why. Every last one of them, because they don't know what they talking about. They believe in straight myth. They want me to believe in a myth. Let's see how many Hebrews they got. The Black Hebrew Israelites group that we list also force segregation into their members, only allowing them to socialize, marry, and procreate with members of the minority groups and disparage non-members from doing the same. While not all Black Hebrew Israelites feel these characteristics, all the groups that we have listed as hate groups. Bexu Barich said the SPCC considers that these chapters, but where I wanted to go to the bottom. Dorman and Bridge both say it's nearly impossible to estimate how many adherents follow to participate in the Hebrew Israelite movement. All right, cool. So let's just say I decide today to believe in the Creator. Which one I'm gonna believe in? It's 45,000 Christian ones. It ain't no telling how many Hebrew Israelites it is. It's Buddhist. You got Allah. You got the Shiites, the Sunni. Which Creator? Let's keep going. All right, now, tell me which one. These the Buddhists right here. These the people right here. You got Vishnu, you got Shiva, you got Kali, you got Indra, you got Maya. Then over here you got the Incan gods. See what you say? The creator of the cosmos, Variknakacha. Right here, the first one. He the creator of the cosmos. That's the creator. So is that the one you talking about? Or you talking because you said the creator? You ain't say atheism versus Yahweh, Jehovah. None of that. I could have stuck to the Bible, but you gave me leeway to go all over the world on your ass. And that's exactly what I'm finna do. And see, why should you got Pekatamak, he the creator of the earth. So which it's logically speaking that, boy, you got 30 million creators that man did made up. This is a fact. That man has made up religion. That's just like we say, we gonna believe in Harry Potter now. It's written, like you said. It's written just because it's written down. We supposed to believe in it? Come on, man. We got to think logically. We got to use our brain. Let's keep going. Now, see, this is another creator right here. This the homie from the back, Christ Michael. He riding on the horse, flying through the sky with a sword. Is this the creator? Which one is it? He say he the creator, the living word of God. He say he the living word of God. You say he spoke it. There you go, right there. There's God. So everybody supposed to get this man right here got people writing tattoos on their forehead. So is he the creator? Is he which one is it? That's first of all, you got to tell me which one of your Bible gods you follow or which one the truth. But I can't tell because y'all don't know. So let's keep going. What is atheism? He already read that. Atheism is the general Britannica. Y'all see same source. Atheism in general, the critique and the denial of metaphysical beliefs in God, spiritual beings. Okay, y'all already know what that is. We don't believe in no gods. You understand? That's what it is. So religion and mythology. I'm gonna read the top couple sentences, then I'm gonna go down to the last paragraph. Mythology, y'all see what my sources. Mythology is the main component of religion. It refers to systems and concepts that are high importance to a certain community, marking statements concerning the supernatural or sacred. Religion is a broader term. Besides the mythological system, it includes rituals. Given mythology is also always associated with a certain religion, such as Greek mythology within the ancient Greek religion. Now, I want to go down to the bottom. It's like the relationship between religion and myth depends on what definition of myth one uses. By Robert Gray's definition of religions, traditional stories are myths, if and only if one does not belong to that religion in question. By Siegel's definition, all religious stories are myths, but simply because nearly all stories are myths, by folklore's definition, all myths are religious and sacred stories, but not all religious stories are myths. Religious stories that involve the creation of the world, e.g., the stories in the book of Genesis, are myths. However, so that means if they are myths in Genesis, whatever you just read out that pseudo book, the offices that the white man wrote, the dentist, in 1880 through automatic writing. Well, get out of here, man. You want me to think logically? You gonna tell me your creator logically, and you gonna read out this man's book? How dare you, boy? You know what I'm saying? So, however, the religion, generally mythology is the main component of religion. Aside ritual, that's the main component within religion. We know religion is man-made. We know this for a fact. We know we have no proof of a God, but this man come with these pseudo books and this pseudo science and come out here and talk about something logical. Boy, stop. So, okay, slaves Bible in the 1800s. Now, you read out the Bible? This the Negro slave book. I bet you this is a different God. They changed it. They switched it around. So this is a whole different God than the God you read by that. So the biggest difference between the so-called slave Bibles of the early 1800s and versions others used was what was missing. Excuse me. The slave Bible drew attention from passages emphasizing freedom to themes of obedience and submission. For example, there are only a few chapters of the Old Testament story of Exodus, with little mention of the Israelites in slavery in Egypt and their deliverance. So y'all keep hollering about Moses. Y'all keep hollering about all this happened in slavery. They wasn't even reading the same book you read. We see it right here. They wasn't even reading the same book y'all was reading. That's because the white man switched it and made you represent another God. So you talking about the creator did this? The creator did this? How that's more logical to believe in this book when we got history that's sitting here telling us that these people changed this book. We got science to tell us it's 2023. You should be ashamed of yourself sitting there reading out the offices. Even if that's not how you say it. It's nonsense. Talking about reading out your book and the creator is logical. No, it's not how. Well, the term theology for the first time appears in the writings of Greek philosophers Plato and Aristotle. Initially, theology and mythology were synonymous. Theology and mythology were synonymous. In the first place, theology is a spiritual or religious attempt of believers to explicate their faith. In this sense, it is not neutral and is not attempted from the perspective to removed observation. In contrast to a general history of religions, the implication derived from the religious approach that it does not provide a formal or indifferent scheme, devoid of presuppositions within which all religions could be subsumed. In the second place, theology is influenced by its origins, which means wherever you grew up at, wherever your people from, they made a story. They made a story about whatever. And they passed it down through word of mouth, and just like a rumor, it got bigger and bigger and bigger. Just like the dude that I beat in the first round with his Noah's Ark theory. Beat the brakes off of him. Just like this, because you want to believe in fairy tales. We're not finna do it. Let's say, hold on. Let's go right here. Dogmatic theologians must be aware of the mythological elements of theology. So in your theology, what you've been reading is nothing but myth. This is what the science says. This is what the literature says. You can have your ancestors say whatever they want. We know it ain't real because it ain't been tested, approved, and repeated. Let's keep going. Religion, the Oxford Companion of World Mythology.
2 minute warning. 2 minute warning.
Religious story are holy scripture to believers, narratives used to support, explain, and justify a particular system of rituals, theories, and ethics. So you want me to participate in your rituals? You want me to go put blood on my dough? You want me to you want me to go to church and put the little crack in my mouth and think I'm Dracula, somebody, eat flesh and drink blood? This what you want? You know, if I eat a ham sandwich, I'm out of there. This what the creator doing? Oh, this what he doing? He watching me eat a ham sandwich? You stop it, man. Let's stop playing. It is difficult to believe that the Buddha was convinced in a dream by white elephants. So we call that story a myth as well. Just like your boy Paul on the road to Damascus, seeing people eat bread. You was having a heat stroke. Ain't nobody believe that. Stop it. You see, that's not logical to believe in none of that. You got to be crazy to believe something like that can happen. Just like talking donkeys. And dudes sleeping in Wales for 3 days. Is that logical? No, it's not. Bet you won't debate that. But of course, stories such as the parting of the Sea of Reds for the fleeing Hebrews, Muhammad's night journey, and dead Jesus rising from the tomb are just clearly irrational narratives to which a Hindu Buddhist might understandably apply the word myth. Y'all the only one, because y'all believe in this. Y'all the only one saying it. A Buddhist gonna say it's a myth. So all these stories are definable as myths because they contain events that contradict both our intellectual and physical experience of reality. So if it contradicts our intellectual and physical experience of reality, boy, it's not logical to believe in no creator. It's not logical to believe in no creator. It's logical to have atheism. It's logical to not believe in nor one of y'all gods and just live life. Logical fallacy. How much more minutes I got? Because I want to read this slide.
That's time, brother. That's time. That's time. That's time.
Hey.
Turn the stove off. Get out of the kitchen, brother. You cooking. All right? Get out of the kitchen. You done. You finished, man. Time.
Woo! That man said that man said he was reading out of a book that was written by a white dentist. Yo.
Gold Coast Gorilla. He went gorilla.
Gold Coast Gorilla in the building, man.
Silverback.
All right, man. Yo, I know Mally about to bust a gas over there, man. Let me bring that man up.
Malaki, are you ready?
Man, look, I was born ready. Boy, that boy over there sound like he chewing on a gravel sandwich, man. I know what time it is, man. I don't come to play with these boys. I'm ready to deliver this nigga out of hell, man. That's what I'm ready to do. All right, let's go ahead and cook. All right, the vortex. I'm about to show y'all how you can identify the creator moving in real time. All right, now we know who the creator is. Let's identify the vortex. The creator's methodology and creation can be seen everywhere. Pay attention. Source, freedictionary.com. Look at this. Look at this. General physics, a whirl in mass or rotary motion in a liquid, gas, flame, etc., such as the spiraling movement of water around a whirlpool. So I just made a claim that the vortex is the creator's methodology. So I shouldn't be able to look nowhere in creation and see damn evidence of vortex or vortexian energy or swirling. None. Nothing spiraling. Nothing. Look at this right here. What you can see in real time. We've all seen tornadoes. We've all seen hurricanes. These are vortices, or what's known as a vortex. Okay? Back to it. Book of Yahweh, Book of Jehovah, chapter 3, 1-8. Pay attention. Thus spoke Yahweh Jehovah by the light of Cosmos. He proclaimed these things among the nations of the earth. Man looked upward. Who looked upward? Man looked upward in prayer, desiring to know the way of all created things, both on earth and in heaven. And Jehovah answered him, saying, the whirlwind I made is a sign. The whirlwind I made is a sign to man of the way of my created world. See, so now you got something that you can relate to, something that you've seen in real time to understand the methodology of creator. Pay attention. As you see the power of the whirlwind, gathering up the dust of the earth and driving it together. Know that likewise, I bring together the YAH'I, and nebulae, space substance in the firmament of where? Heaven. By the power of the whirlwind, I create the corporeal suns, moons, and stars. And I commanded man to name the whirlwinds in the Ethereal firmament. And he named them according to their shape, calling them vortices and warps. Whirlwind. Same methodology, but in the heavens, he used it to create celestial bodies. Just like this gathers dust and elements together, so do the heavenly whirlwinds gather together space substance to make celestial bodies. 3 and 4. By the power of rotation, swift driving at the periphery, I condense the atmospheric worlds that float in the firmament. And these become my corporeal worlds. In the midst of the vortices, I made them. In the midst of the vortices, I made them. And by the power of the vortices, I turned them on their axis and carry them in the orbits I allotted to them. Wider than to the moons of a planet, I have created the vortices, and they carry the moons also. So now you understand what's propelling the planets on their orbit or in their orbit. What's turning them on their axis? There's a force called vortex or vortexia. Now, let's keep reading. 3 and 5. Around some of my physical worlds, corporeal worlds, I have given nebulous belts and rings so that man could comprehend. So man could comprehend the rotation of my vortexian world. That's why you got rings around certain planets and nebulous belts around certain celestial bodies. So man could look through the telescope and see and be like, something is spinning that. What is spinning that? You dig? Once you understand the rotation, then you naturally gonna ask who or what? Who or what is causing the rotation? All right, there go the rings, and there go the nebulous belts. Verse 6, for each and every corporeal world, I created a vortex first. And by its rotation and from the places in the firmament where it traveled, I caused the vortex to conceive the corporeal world, taken by James Webb telescope. These are different galaxies. M31 Andromeda. Look at the swirling around this celestial body. This is a ball of light, right? And around this galaxy is vortex swirling. There shouldn't be NAM tornado, NAM hurricane in the heavens, creating NAM type of celestial body. Look at this. All these are different galaxies. The M101 Piney Wheel. Look at the vortex. Evidence of the vortexian energy. It's spinning. Everything is spinning. This ain't lick your finger scholarship. This ain't guesswork. This ain't nothing spooky. I ain't said nothing spooky yet. I'm showing you creator through creation. That's what I'm doing. I ain't said nothing about no spookism. Boy, you came to debate a God and got the creator and don't know, and trip out this, don't know if you coming or going. Look at these galaxies. You think that's a coincidence? All of them are showing evidence of spirals. You think that's a coincidence? So when we look into the cosmos, everything is turning. And every celestial body from a moon to a sun to a planet has a vortex around it or spiral. Look at this. Pay attention. 3 and 7. To make the sun, I created a great vortex. And within this vortex and subject to it, I made the vortices of many of the corporeal worlds. The sun vortex I caused to rotate, and I gave it power to carry other vortices within it. According to their density and position, they are thus carried forth and around the sun. Solar vortex, boy. What are we talking about? Nobody can deny that the planets are on an orbit. Nobody can deny that the earth is on an orbit. If you do believe the earth is on its axis and spinning and is moving in an orbit, then guess what? You have to ask yourself who or what is causing the spinning. Because everything is spinning. Vortex. Creator said it. For every physical world, I created a vortex first. Do not think, oh man. Do not think, oh man, that I created the sky barren waste and void of use. Even as man in the corporeal form is adapted to the corporeal earth, so is he in the spiritual form adapted to my Etherian worlds. 3 greatest states I have bestowed on man: the physical, the atmospherian, and the Etherian. Everybody know what the atmosphere is. So we ain't even talking spookism. You know what the atmosphere is. Source, James Webb telescope, Pandora's cluster. They pointed this right here, y'all, to a spot in space that they thought was black. You understand? That was empty and void. Look at this. Let me zoom in. Look at all these spiraling galaxies, boy. Look at all these spiraling galaxies that the James Webb telescope caught. And we read in the book of Jehovah, the book of Yahweh, for every celestial body, every sun, moon, and planet, I created a vortex first, and we look out into the heavens, and all we see is evidence of vortexian radiation and energy. Boy, you don't know what you're talking about. Because guess what? Atheism or atheists don't have a cosmogony. You don't have no cosmogony. You don't practice the cosmogony. You can't tell us about the origin of the universe, let alone the solar system. Let's go back over this. OSP, Book of Jehovah, chapter 3, verse 5 through 6. Around some of my corporeal worlds, I have given nebulous belts and rings so that man could comprehend the rotation of my vortexian worlds. For each and every corporeal world, I created a vortex first. And by its rotation and from the places in the firmament where it traveled, I caused the vortex to conceive the corporeal world. What does it mean to conceive? To become pregnant with young, or to cause to begin, or to originate. Note, we, man and woman, we are like worlds also, being created by a vortex. I better not see evidence of spiraling vortexian radiation and coming down to baby making. I'm already up in the heavens showing spiraling galaxies. We already looking at double helix DNA showing spiraling or calling DNA. Boy, I bet not look into some baby making and see any effects of vortexian radiation or energy and evidence of spiraling. The effects of vortex in mortal conception. Boy, sit your ass down somewhere. You don't know what you talking about denying a creator. August 16, 2020. Sperm doesn't slither. They swim in a corkscrew motion. Look at this. New research reveals that because of an optical illusion, we've been viewing sperm incorrectly for nearly 350 years. Source, big think. Look at this. The sperm body, look at this, man. Look at this. 2020, y'all remember that. Remember that date. The sperm body spins at the same time that the tail rotates around the swimming direction. Sperm drills into the fluid like a spinning top by rotating around itself while its tilted axis rotates around the center. This is known in physics as precession, much like the precession of the equinoxes in our planet. Source, Business Insider. Video, when sperm meets an egg, sparks really do fly. DNA double helix. Book of Jehovah 3 and 6. For each and every corporeal world, I created a vortex first. And remember, we are worlds. Look at this. And by its rotation and from the places in the firmament where it traveled, I caused the vortex to conceive the corporeal world. DNA microscopic discovery. On April 25th, 1953, Francis Crick and James Watson published their famous article that showed that the shape of DNA is a what? A double helix. Look at that. That's in 1953. Picture on the left, but the picture on the right is out OWASP, which was written in 1881. 70 years earlier, it was already revealed that your DNA is in a double helix. Keep throwing that date out there. We're going to show what all modern science agree with OWASP since it came out. You sound like you chewing on a gravel sandwich. Look at this. The head of the sperm contains the DNA, which when combined with the egg's DNA will create a new individual. Source, Medical Encyclopedia. The 4 stages of vortex development. OWASP up top. Now, why does it line right up with the 4 stages of an embryo? The double helix, sperm. So we already just learned that the sperm actually spins. It's not swimming. Going into the egg and becoming an embryo. This was already written down in 1881 before it was even discovered. Right? Look at this. Now, in 1881, the fact that sperm spins was written down also in the Cosmogony and Prophecy, OWASP 3 and 25. Though the general form of a vortex is already stated in its beginning is long, then funnel shaped like a whirlwind, its ultimate is toward a globular form. And though the current of a vortex is spiral at first, yet its currents ultimate toward less spirality. If one could imagine a very long serpent, like your sperm, in spiral form, constantly turning its head in at one pole and its tail at the other, and continuously crawling upon his own spirality. Such a view would somewhat illustrate the currents of a vortex. It's in the Cosmogony and Prophecy about how sperm spins and not swim. Back in 1881. The spiral pattern during development. Why is the sperm spinning, and then when the embryo is developing, it's spinning or it's spiraling? Vortexian energy or current. The creator said it. Before any physical world, I created a vortex first. Even that baby in your belly is subject to the vortex. Look at this. Source, Essay Medical Journal. Remember, for each and every corporeal world, I created a vortex first. And by its rotation from the places in the firmament where it traveled, I caused the vortex to conceive the corporeal world. Look at this. The human embryo out of about 4 millimeters. All right. It's coiling. Spiraling. That's the human embryo, 32 days out, 5 millimeters. And that's the diagrammic representation of the spiral pattern formed by very early vertebrae in the embryo. Ooh-wee. The underlying process.
Warning. 2-minute warning.
The underlying process by which the animal ovum becomes transformed into the fully developed animal remains one of the mysteries, y'all heard that, of biology. While examining early vertebrate embryos, it was observed that the cells are not haphazardly clumped together, as is generally described, but are in fact arranged in a what? A vortex, a spiral pattern. Ball game, boy, consisting of 2 helical spirals alongside each other. An investigation was therefore decided upon to determine what extent, if any, this spiral pattern persists during the embryological development. It is the aim of this article to demonstrate that if carefully looked for and interpreted, a spiral pattern, a vortex pattern, can be detected throughout the stages of embryological development and can even be recognized in a fully developed animal. Ooh-wee. Human eggs emit zinc sparks at moment of fertilization. When a sperm meets an egg, sparks fly literally. According to a study published in Scientific Reports, an explosion of zinc fireworks occurs when a human egg is activated by a sperm enzyme. The intensity of the spark, scientists say, indicates the egg's potential to develop into a healthy embryo. Source U.S. News. OISP 2 and 24. Out of the darkness, man has brought forth a blank, and his entity is a spark of the Creator, the Great Spirit. His entity will never cease to grow. Yes, from the hour of conception, it is a new star in the world, and it magnifies itself forever. OISP, Book of Judgment 20, 8 through 10, 13 through 14. Because of the ever presence of the Creator, you are quickened into a conscious being. As your earth body is of the earth, so is your spirit of YAHWH. Nevertheless, spirit is the opposite of physical life, for the latter comes to an end, but the spirit of man is a tree of everlasting life. Your spirit grows by cultivation, which is by the practice of wisdom, truth, virtue, benevolence, and affiliation with others. Ball game.
Time.
Ball game, boy.
Yo, YAH'MIAH, man. We got to fight. We got to fight on our hands, man. We got to fight, brother. We got to fight, man. These brothers are slugging it out. Where my brother YAH'MIAH at?
Yeah. Look, man, the word of the day is vortex.
Vortex.
What's wrong with you niggas?
Hey, YAH'MIAH, that whole round had me thinking this one song on Ryan Spinners. They don't stop. He said everything's spinning, man. The galaxies is spinning. Even your sperm in the womb is spinning, brother.
Is spinning, man. What's going on? Damn, embryo is spinning, bro. What the hell's going on?
Everything's spinning, man. We riding spinners. Bottom of the second, YAH'MIAH.
Bottom of the second. Bottom of the second. King Seth, where you at?
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm right here, man.
Your time will start when your screen is up and you begin to speak.
Yeah, y'all was talking about spinning. My fan's spinning now, but I'm finna go turn it off because it's a little chilly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm turning my fan off because it's spinning. Let's stop it. All right, he talk about vortex. He said vortex. So let's go. He showed hurricanes and whatnot. Let's see how a hurricane is formed, since he said all that pseudo bull and still didn't prove that a creator did it. But we're gonna get to that, to the logical fallacy, after I debunk these 3 things you just said. Warm ocean waters and thunderstorms fuel power hungry hurricanes. Hurricanes form over the ocean, often beginning as a tropical wave, a low pressure area that moves through the moist, rich tropics, possibly enhancing shower and thunderstorm activities. This is how hurricanes are formed. I should know. I'm from a place where they hit almost every year. Now, I don't want to stay too long on that. He also said something about keeping the planets in orbit, but I was waiting on him to say the magic word that kept those planets in orbit. He kept trying to say some type of vortex, which is a lie. Gravity is what keeps the planet in orbit. Let's read this. Gravity is the force by which a planet or a body draws objects towards its center. The force of gravity keeps all of the planets in orbit around the sun. So that's another lie the man told you about your little spinning vortex and then you riding spinners and whatnot. You understand me? Now let's see. He says spiraling galaxies. Yeah, let's see what that do. You know what I'm saying? A spiral galaxy typically has a rotating disk with spiral arms that curve out from the dense central region. The Milky Way is a spiraling galaxy, and they also have 4 classes of these and why they're spinning, because they are expanding. That's why. So, all right, man, you just, man, and then hold on. Another thing what you did, bro, did you just read out the Jehovah's Witness book? You said the book of Jehovah about 30 times. I bet y'all missed that. But that's the Jehovah's Witness book. At first, in the first round, you called him Yahweh. The other book, you called him Yah something else. And then this one, you called him Jehovah. Now, that's another religion. That's the Jehovah's Witness book. That's another pseudo book that was wrote in the 1800s. Like, bro, so you coming to me with all this pseudo stuff, bro, with no actual history, no actual proof. Okay, let's just get to this. Logical fallacy, which pertains to this debate. Yeah, as y'all know, all my sources are on the screen. Let me hide this. We know God exists because we can see perfect order of his creation and order which demonstrates supernatural intelligence in its design. Now, see, that's the debate, right? All right, question fallacy. This may be because the believers using these arguments are simply unfamiliar with basic logical fallacies. But an even more common reason may be that the person's commitment to the truth of their religious doctrines may prevent them from seeing that they are assuming the truth of what they are attempting to prove. Example 9, which is the question up here. This is example 9 up here above when they say logical fallacies. Example 9 is a common religious argument which begs the question in a slightly more subtle way. The conclusion, God exists, is based upon the premise that we can see intelligent design in the universe. But the existence of intelligent design itself assumes that the existence of a designer. That is to say, a God. A person making such an argument must defend this premise before the argument can even have any force, which he has not. The only thing he did was conflate things that naturally happen in the universe, or things that happen to have a coincidence that's spinning. Come on, man, let's stop. Atheism and the rejection of beliefs. We don't need to go to that. However, it casts a wider net and rejects all beliefs, spiritual beings, and the extent that the belief of spiritual beings is indefinite of what it means for a system to be religious. Atheism rejects religion. Okay, we already know that. Blind faith. Let's go to this one. This is another reason why atheism is more logical, because y'all using this so-called entity that you cannot prove God to steal money, to bamboozle us, especially the black community. Now let's keep going. Second, and more important, it is not the case that our theists seek to demonstrate, even in any way rationally, to establish an existence of God. Many theists regard such a demonstration as impossible because they know it is. The fatalistic believers, e.g., Johann Hamann and Cyrene Kierkegaard, regard such a demonstration, even if it were possible, as undesirable. Even if it were possible, they don't even want to do it. For their view, it would undermine faith. Of course it would. If it could be proven or known for certain that God exists, people would not be in a position to accept him as their sovereign Lord, humbly or in faith, with all the risks that entails. Of course we wouldn't. There are theologians who have argued that for genuine faith to be possible, God must necessarily be a hidden God. The mysterious ultimate reality, whose existence and authority must be accepted simply on faith. This fatalistic view has not, of course, gone without challenge from inside the major faiths, but it is the significant importance to make above characterizations of atheism inadequate. Yeah, exactly. Y'all keep trying. Oh, it got to be a God. It got to be a Jesus. That's why atheism is stupid. The doctrine. Man, you don't know what you're talking about no atheism, man. You a Bible believer, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is the guy, this is Anthony Flew. Botanica, he's saying the burden of proof. If it is to be established that there is a God, then we have to have good grounds for believing that this is indeed so. Until and unless some such grounds are produced, we have literally no reason at all for believing. And in that situation, the only reasonable posture must be that either the negative atheist or the agnostic. So the onus of proof has to rest on the proposition. It must be up to them first to give whatever sense they choose to the word God, meeting an obligation Your immediate obligation that's so defined, it will relate only to the incoherent pseudo concept, and second, to bring forward sufficient reasons to warrant their claim that in their present sense, the word God, there is a God. Exactly. You have to bring, and that's what he brought, nothing but incoherent pseudo concepts that I've proved in each one that he's brought. Okay, this happened right here in my hometown of Beaumont, Texas. My grandfather was actually within this. What happened? We all know the story. Let's go to a Beaumont race ride in 1943 was sparked by racial tensions that arose in Texas shipping yard center during World War II. A son of influence workers. I want to go down here because I want to save time. Let's say let's go to the second paragraph. The riot itself exploded in 1943. With most of the violence ending a day later. White workers and Pennsylvania shipyard located in Beaumont, Texas, confronted black workers after hearing that a local white woman had accused a black man of raping her. The woman who made the accusation was later unable to identify her attacker, but the number of black inmates held at the city jail. Nonetheless, that evening, June 15th, about 2,000 ship workers and an additional 1,000, that's 3,000 white boys. Bystanders marched to City Hall, then learned the suspect had been jailed. A number of people eventually reached 4,000. That's 4,000 people, bruh. You see what I'm saying? As the mob approached City Hall, once there, the mob splintered into small groups and began to break in stores and destroy property located in black neighborhoods near downtown Beaumont, which was my grandfather stayed. My grandfather stayed not too far. He remembered all this happened with him and his little brother. He told me the story. Black civilians were assaulted, while white looted and burned black stores and residents. More than 100 homes and black Beaumont residents were ransacked. Now, my grandmother and my great-grandmama, they was very religious, believed in this creator. Their whole life stopped right then and there. This is not an appeal to emotion. This is just simple logic based on history, based on these prayers, based on all this thing that you're doing, all this worshiping. When is this God gonna come save us? Let's keep going. The Devil's Punch Bowl. The Devil's Punch Bowl episode is remembered in the days of, let's go to the second paragraph. As black slaves made their way to a freedom a town. Now, you know what? Let's go right here to the third paragraph. The camp was called the Devil's Punch Bowl because of how the area was shaped. The camp was at the bottom of a hollow pit with trees and bluffs above. The women and children were locked behind the concrete walls of the camp and left to die from starvation. Many also died of smallpox disease. Over 20,000 freed slaves were killed inside this American concentration camp in 1 year. Black men were recaptured by the Union troops and forced back into hard labor. Now, this the Union. They ain't say the Confederates. They said the Union, the one that supposed to free us, the one that say, you know what I'm saying? Who is say, oh, the United States said the Bible is real. We was for them children. Huh? You supposed to logically believe this when they just killed 20,000 of us? That's what's keeping us getting murdered. All this here, it's a create. No, it ain't. Stop it. Research upon the Union Army did not allow them to remove the bodies from the camp. They just gave them a shovel. And at the bottom, hold on. At the bottom, it say why they called it. Yeah, here you go. Today the bluffs are known for the wild peach groves that the locals will not eat any other fruit because some of them were aware of what fertilized these trees. Our black bodies fertilize wild peach trees, and these people know about it. And Jesus ain't come save them kids, man. Yahweh, Jehovah, whoever, Ishna, Krishna, whatever. Well, they was praying. Oh, I guess they were praying to the wrong Bible because they had the slave Bible then, right? Oh, they ain't know no better. Oh, okay. He ain't, man, come on, man. This stuff contradicts itself. Is black atheism logical? Yes. What was the creator doing child slavery? Troublemaking slaves were often placed into iron muzzles. Slaves were often whipped and beaten, sometimes to death. The conditions were so poor, it was not common for a slave to try to escape for jumping overboard. Many would risk the watery death of being eaten by sharks rather than endure the passage. The passage. So I guess my ancestors that jump over that boat, they went to hell for killing themselves, huh? They'd rather go to hell than be slaves over here. So I guess because they killed themselves, they going to your so-called place of hell with your creator did this, like you say, you trying to save my soul. So my ancestors went to hell? This what you telling me? You telling me my ancestors jumped off that boat because they ain't want to come to slave? Now they in hell? Man, the audacity of you to disrespect my ancestors like that. Where was this created through the various phases of slavery? And this ain't an appeal. This ain't an appeal to no emotion. This is not a fallacy. This is just based on history, based on repeated patterns. Why in 2023 is atheism logical? Because of this. Because of the repeated history that we go through as black people. Now let's keep going. Now this brother right here is George Stinney Jr. He was on June 16, 1944, George Stinney Jr. was executed, thereby becoming the youngest person in modern times to be put to death. He was so small he didn't fit into the lecture truck. They had to sit him on several books. You know what they ain't want to say right there? One of them was a Bible. One of them was a Bible. They took that man's Bible out of his hand and made him sit on it. Let's keep going. But the tiny head didn't fit in the electric shock helmet, which kept slipping off and revealing the terrified, twisted, and the tear-stained face of the little child. George's former cellmate, Wilford Hunter, issued a statement saying the little boy vehemently denied the charges. I didn't do it. George innocently asked him, why would we kill him? Why would they kill me for something I didn't do? His siblings, okay, they gave him an alibi, and they exonerated him, and I believe it was 2014. They exonerated him. You see what I'm saying? And they made him sit on the Bible. So should have believed in the Creator right then and there, or should he should have fought for his life because he know he ain't do what he did? I'd rather die fighting than have to sit on my Bible and be electrocuted by the enemy, by these people that you know hate you.
2-minute warning. 2-minute warning.
Let's keep going. Murdering while they praying. Now let's go to the second one right here. This your boy Dylan Roof right here. You know what I'm saying? At this moment, I realized that this what he said in his manifesto. I realized that something was very wrong. The manifesto said, how could the news be blowing up Trayvon Martin while hundreds of these black and white murders are ignored? Toward the end of the 2,000-word text, under the section title and explanation, the writer hints of why Charleston Target. He said he had no choice, Roof wrote. I had to put in position to do it alone and go to go into the ghetto and fight. You see what I'm saying? This is what he doing. Come on, what was Jesus? Let's go. They praying. Is this the will of the Creator? Now let's go to what happened. The parishioners welcome him, handing him a Bible and a study sheet. The court said for the next 45 minutes, Ruth worshiped and prayed for he ain't hard his heart. He ain't making things twice. He ain't put a good thought about it. Nah, Ruth then took out his gun and started shooting. The court said parishioners dove under the tables and hid. Ruth continued shooting, reload multiple times. After firing approximately 74 rounds, Ruth reached one parishioner who was praying aloud. She was praying aloud. He told her to shut up, and then asked if he had shot her yet. Hey, so right then and there, he was a maker. Right then and there, with that gun in his face, he decided who was gonna live or die. It wasn't your God that helped them people. It's 9 of them down there, man. Your Creator ain't do nothing for them in his house. While they was praying, they prayed with the boy. Why didn't he harden their heart? Why didn't he do something? So right now in 2023, right now where I stay, atheism is way more logical because your God then left us hanging 10,000 times. He ain't never came through for us unless it's your belief. Oh yeah, he helped you pay a bill, put some money in your pocket. Man, but we got all this happening. What you mean your Creator love you and show you? Man, he ain't show us no love. He ain't show these 9 people here no love.
Time. That's the second round, Jeremiah. That's the end of the second round, man.
Damn, man. Where was Jesus? Where was Jesus?
Where art thou? The brother said, art thou forsaken? That's what he said, man. That's what I heard the brother say.
Damn. That man had a lot of passion, man. That man mad as hell at Jesus, man. What's going on?
He said, hey, man, y'all talking this stuff, man, but where was he at? Where was he at during these trials and tribulations, man? Because we was getting beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Raped, robbed, and murdered.
Yeah.
Okay? While praying.
While praying, man, at the church. The church.
Yo, Mally, are you ready?
Man, I'm born. I'm born ready, Yak. You know what time it is. Don't even insult me, YAH'KI. You already know what time it is.
Well, I
You know
hope
what I mean?
you here to tell us
Hey,
what Jesus
I got
is
your
at,
boy
man.
on the ropes, Yak. He's really emotional. He's really emotional. Hey, Seth, baby, this just ain't your fit. You dig? Your willpower is like Jaden Smith versus Jada Kiss, and that atheism gonna get you aired out. Because these ain't the retirements make go fix. This may go quick. Let's rock, baby. Let's get it done. Book of Cosmogony and Prophecy, I speak, chapter 1, verse 32. When the Earth's axial motion and the vortexian power pushing Earth's atmosphere more or less latitudinally or equivalent, there is no evaporation of moisture upward or outward. When the vortexia exceeds, there is great evaporation. But when the vortexia is less, there is rain. There is rain. According to the vortexian currents, so are the winds, except as mentioned further on. And when these are discordant, when they are not harmonizing, small vortices ensue in the cloud regions, and each of these small vortices forms a drop of rain. A drop of rain, which is an infinitesimal what? Planet. Look at this. Nevertheless, all of them are under the propelling influence of the Earth's vortex and are thus precipitated to the Earth. You talk about gravity, no, Jack, that's vortex. Look at this. But the Earth did not attract the raindrops, nor did the raindrops attract themselves to the Earth. But the force of Earth's vortex pushes them to the Earth. Now, how can we prove this? Huh? This ain't lick your finger scholarship. Ain't no licking of the finger. Ain't no guesswork. Right to it. What is hail, Seth? Hail is frozen rain, or miniature planets created by infinitesimal vortex in the atmosphere. But what proves this, Malaki? Look at this. Source, Britannica. And if you don't believe that infinitesimal vortex has an effect on hail, just look at the pattern inside. What are you talking about? Huh? Look at all this swirling, all this spiraling. We see it from your sperm to your development, to your DNA, to the heavens, even to the rain, y'all. What is we talking about? You got to explain the vortex. You got to explain the spiral energy that's been left as evidence in all creation, boy. Huh? Even within your DNA double helix. It's coiled. It's turned. Even your hair, coiled, turned. Look at this. Inside of hell. Show you creator by showing you his creation, boy. Methodology. Look at the early galaxies, man. Source. Special 5 block spot. Look at this. Look at the early galaxies forming. What's around every last one of them? What's around every last one of them? What is we even talking about her? Evidence of vortex or spiraling energy around all these galaxies. No vortex, no celestial body. No vortex, no sun, moon, planets, none of that. So we can read it in what you call the white man's book, but then we can look at it and compare it in real time. Who we supposed to believe? A Negro that posts everything from Britannica? Huh? That's all you doing, buddy, is reading off Britannica, but you ain't showing nothing in real time. Because you can't show nothing in real time. No, ain't no non-belief in a creator logical. Your very soul know better, boy. Look at all these early galaxies. All right? More swirling. Pandora's cluster again. But all those are different galaxies, family. Look at that. There's a vortex around every last one of them. Huh? I ain't finna believe no Millie Mouth Negro because he crying about slavery. What that mean? Huh? Our forefathers went through the same thing. We talking about proving creator. Source. www.scienceworld.com. Stories, patterns, nature, where to spot spirals. This boy talking about, man. I read it, then I go show it. Nobody ain't no lip fumbling, ain't no licking of the finger. Right to it. Look at this. Patterns in nature. Where to spot spirals? Really? Spiral is the evidence of vortexian energy. If the earth is subject to the vortex and everything in it is subject to it, including you. Look at this. Zoom this in a little taste. The nerve of the Millie Mouth Negro. Look at this. The spiral is a popular pattern for those who like to draw and design, and it is also one of nature's most common configurations. One of nature's most common configurations. In fact, it's difficult to think of all the things that have a spiral pattern. Look at this, Sethi. Snail shells, flower petals, pine cones, snakes, storms, DNA, curly hair, even galaxies are spirals. And that's not even nearly all. Boy, sit your ass down somewhere. You look foolish talking about ain't no creator, boy. All this vortexian energy that's evident in you and outside of you, and you got the nerve to fix your lips and get on here and talk about you about to do something today, boy. You over here getting ragdolled. Don't nobody believe you on her. Not Nam Judge, nobody. Look at this. Why are spirals so abundant in nature? No one can say for certain, but a possible answer is because spirals are the smart way to grow. Then it goes into the golden ratio. Now we're dealing with mathematics, the Fibonacci spiral and golden rectangle. What are you talking about? See, I go read it, then I go reference it. I go pull you something you can see and reference in real time. And regardless if you believe it or not, at least you're aware of it. And then we go show from micro to macro, everything spinning, boy. Including you. Look at this, the Fibonacci spiral and golden rectangle. Playing no games with this, boy. Look at this, all this in nature. On this. Some of this is art, some of it is nature. Look at all that. Look at that, boy. Oh no, not the fingerprint. And you ain't subject to the vortex, boy. Look at them swirls, boy. Yeah, you got them. Boy. Hey, look, you can deny vortex all you want. If you ever been jammed up before, boy, they got proof of your vortex, buddy. Look at that. Even your fingerprints. Ooh-wee. No two snowflakes are alike. Book of Cosmogony and Prophecy, chapter 4, 5 through 6. I spade. Refer to the snowflake. Remember, this is 1881. Refer to the snowflake's image, where a variety of representations of the forms and figures of snowflakes will be seen. But these are not all. There are billions of them, differing so much from one another that description is not possible. As previously stated, copper, being in solution in ether, has mostly the shape of needles, but of such infinitesimal or small size that corporeal knowledge of them can only be at most subjective knowledge, indirect. But the patterns of snowflakes reveal both the casting and the mode of discordant in vortexian currents. Sit your ass down, boy. We about to go look at some snowflakes, Now look what was revealed. Infinitesimal, immeasurably or incalculably small, 4 and 6. But it must be borne in mind that where one snowflake is molded in one moment, another snowflake molded in the same place the next moment, and so on, would display no two snowflakes alike in 1881. 1881 is written down that no two snowflakes look the same when you get up on them. Look at this. 3 stages may be described in the discordant results. First, the cloud. Second, the frozen cloud, which is snow. And third, the raindrop or hailstone. These are the images. And all these spin at the center. Every last one of them. Patterns of vortex. Image from Owasi. Now, who is Wilson Bentley? Snowflake photographer. Snowflake photographer. In the 1900s, y'all, look at this. Wilson Bentley prepares to photograph a snowflake using his microscope bellows camera. Over his lifetime, he took well over 5,000 micro photographs of snowflakes and thus discovered, what did he discover after 1881? That no two snowflakes were alike. Today, he is best known for his scientific research and photographic work in the study of snowflakes. Source, West Hill House. The scientific consensus states that the likelihood of two large snow crystals being identical is 0. The probability that two snow crystals, a single ice crystal or flakes, a snow crystal or multiple snow crystals stuck together will be exactly alike in molecular structure and in appearance is very minute. Source, Library of Congress. Defining logic. What is logic? See definitions. 1, logic is a noun. Reasoning conducted or assessed according to strict principles of validity. Like reading something and then showing you something in real time that you can refer to yourself. That's what I've done this entire night. Look at this. Experience is a better guide to this than deductive logic. Similar, science of reasoning. Logical, characterized by or capable of clear, sound reasoning. Similar, reason, well-reasoned, rational sound. What is the nature of all creation? Book of Yahweh, Book of Jehovah. Boy said it's the Jehovah Witness book. Boy, the Jehovah Witness don't even know what this is, boy. You've been shooting yourself in the foot all night. And for it on the record, I ain't talking about a God. I'm talking about the ever-present creator. You came to battle with God and got cooked with the creator. Look at this. Book of Jehovah, Book of Yahweh. 2 and 1. Jehovah said, by virtue of my presence, I created the seen and unseen worlds. 1 and 5. Also, I am 2 apparent entities. Nevertheless, I am only one. These entities are the what? Unseen, which is potent or strong, and the seen, which of itself impotent and called corporal. With these 2 entities and likeness of myself through them, I made all the living. I made all the living. For as the life is the potent part, so the corporeal part is the impotent part. Now that it has been revealed that the nature of all creation is either seen or unseen. Sethi, pay attention. Now the logical question must be asked. How much of the universe can be seen? Look at this. Source, exploring the most unknown universe pursued by the University of Melbourne. Boy, only 5% of the universe can even be observed. And this mealy-mouthed Negro got the nerve to tell us atheism is logical. Look at this. We have come to understand the fundamental building blocks of ordinary matter. And what we know of the universe is only a tiny fraction of what is out there. We know only 5% of the universe. The remaining 95% is still a mystery. An unknown universe of new particles and forces awaits discovery. And this is in December the 22nd, 2020. You see this? Many people of low vibratory and spiritual rates, such as my opponent, Sethi, cannot perceive nor conceive of nor comprehend anything that they can't readily see right in front of their faces. They're materialists. So with science proving that only 5% of the universe can be seen or perceived today, isn't it illogical? Isn't it illogical that a belief such as atheism, which bases its entire belief on what is perceptible, is woefully unequipped to speak on creator or its creation when 95% of the universe can't be perceived? Ask yourself, is it logical to call these types of people, my opponent, Sethi, ignorant or just uninformed? Book of Discipline, chapter 8, 3-8. Many are also under the prejudice of old things, or the influence of a neighbor or a spirit or their
2-minute warning. 2-minute warning.
Or the impulse of their own flesh, and say, I too follow my highest light, such as Sethi, whereas they are in darkness altogether, nor do they know what is meant by the term highest light, often venturing an opinion or vague surmise instead and believing they are expressing their highest light. Look at this. For which reasons you shall explain that only facts well known or comparatively proven, like I've done tonight, are light. An opinion, atheism is not light. That whoever professes light must know the matter by his own knowledge. That facts, numbers, or axioms can demonstrate light. And that without these, then the supposed light Seth is talking about is only darkness, man. Come on now, look at this. Verse 8, pursue this philosophy and you shall easily discover between me and him who has the highest light. Now let's prove the creative force vortex and its toroidal energetic movements logically and with science. Book of Cosmogony and Prophecy, chapter 1, verse 8. The greater diameter of the vortex is east and west. The lesser diameter, north and south. with the inclination and oscillation relativity like the earth. Verse 9, the name of the force of the vortex is called vortexia. That is positive force because it is arbitrary and exerts east and west, i.e. at right angles to the axis. As in the case of a wheel turning on its axis, its force will be at right angles with its axis at the extreme center, of which will be no more. Here's a picture of what is the vortex. Look at that. All right, I ain't gonna rush the rest of that, but look at this right here. All right, let me show y'all something. Now let's also logically and scientifically and objectively prove the lesser force of invortexia. In short, physical proof of invortexia, magnetism in the poles of the earth are called aurora and Australia's borealis. You understand that? These them northern lights. Be truthful with yourself. How many of you knew the spin? How many of you knew the spin of the earth caused what is known as the northern borealis? Again, proven created in real time. No spooky man in the sky. No beliefs needed. Just
real time, brother. You out, brother. Your time.
Oh, my bad.
This brother trying to. Speaking of time, overtime.
Listen, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man, to the Source Debate League, man. Again, this is the Elimination Chamber Tournament, right? Where one loss, you out, right? For a $500 cash prize and a shot at the heavyweight championship belt, which will be sent to you if you can get over the Galactic Bully. All right. So look, man, I want to say this, man. If y'all appreciate what we're doing here at the Source, man, listen, support the channel, man. I got a Source. I got a Cash App at the bottom, man. You know, $5 or $10, man, to help the league out, man. Sincerely. All right. Show your love, man. Again, you know, a lot of times we see a lot of programs that you all subscribe through your Netflix and your Hulus and all of this other things, right? You don't have no problem sending your funds over there when we're trying to bring you scholastic information on a scholarly level here at the Source, man. Don't be ashamed, right, to show some love and support to the Source, man, as we continually trying to build and bring you powerful presentations. All right. Joshua.
Man.
This the bottom of the third?
Bottom of the third, man. Malachi been consistent all 3 rounds. Let's see what King Seth got to say, man. What does King Seth got to say?
Let's bring the middleweight champion up, man.
Y'all ready?
Again, man, this debate is the atheism versus creation, which is more logical. All right. King Seth, it's on you.
All right, man. I'm just, man, because he keep going on this spiral pseudos, reading out this Orpheus book and the Book of Jehovah and all this, man. Come on, man. You reading out of pseudo sources, bro. First of all, well, you came in and you said you got, no, you have to prove, you say, I'm trying to prove that it's not a creator. I'm proving that atheism is logical because it's not a creator, bro. You talking about I'm debating something else, you debating it. And then you said a lot of key words. You said nature, I don't know how many times. But whatever you read, it never said supernatural. You keep saying nature. Keep on saying nature. So let's go with that. It don't say nothing about no supernatural. And you read from them pseudo sources, bro. Come on, man. All right. Let me debunk your little spiral thing real fast. Like I did in the second round. Of course, spirals are often, this is from bluelabyrinth.com, you know what I'm saying? Of course, but it's not on the screen. I'm reading, I just had to debunk this dude real quick. Of course, spirals are often employed as non-religious architecture art design. It is the shape which has special aesthetic quality for humans, probably because its affinity with nature. What is mind-boggling, however, why nature repeats this shape in different forms. Why do we find spirals both in flowers and in galaxies? Sure, it can't be a coincidence. So is there a scientific reason for this deep connection, or is there a complete mystery to the answer to these questions? It will be helpful to look at 3 different examples of spirals in nature as they exist in the universe: galaxies and organic molecules, DNA, and in biological organisms such as the nucleus, the shells, along with many other examples. It's a supercomputer simulations have shown that the spiral arms of galaxies are not transcendent, but random formations, but are self-propelling, persistent self, and surprisingly long-lived. The spiral structure is not just a chance happening. Spiral galaxies are probably the most common form of galaxy in the universe because our own Milky Way is a spiral galaxy, like he did point out. The spiral structure is formed due to the stars inside of the proto-galaxy developing at different intervals. The resulting gravitational differences turn the proto-galaxy into a rotating disk. Additional differences in gravity then create the spiral arms. Therefore, it is the motion of rotation plus gravitational distances which create the famous spiral shape. Conversely, when the proto-galaxy stars develop in the same time, an elliptical shape is formed under the force of galaxy. Okay, that's the galaxies that's a spiral. We see why that's happening. We can explain that. That ain't got nothing to do with your creator. That said nothing to do with that. Let's go to the DNA. The reason why the DNA molecule is shaped as a spiral comes down to what it is made of. DNA has 3 parts: sugar, phosphorus, and bases, which are linked together in a particular way. What makes DNA a spiral has to do with whether the 3 parts are water soluble, whether they can dissolve in water. The sugars and phosphates are water soluble, whereas the base of the famous A, G, T, and C's are not. But most of the space between the cells is filled by water. So these water soluble bases have to find a way to exist within the cell. This is where nature shows its ingenuity. The bases become water soluble once they attach to the sugar and the phosphate, which form the nucleotide, the building block of the DNA. To avoid water, the bases have to position themselves in the center, with the sugar and the phosphates outside. However, if the bases just stack themselves, this will leave spaces between the bases where the water can sneak in. The space needs to be covered up. One way to cover up this space is to bring in another chain of sugar phosphate base, forming a straight ladder. This is one of the reasons why DNA is double-stranded. However, this will leave holes between the bases. To cover these up, the ladder gets skewed to one side, turning the ladder into a staircase. Now, while this does cover up those remaining spaces, it creates a new problem. This skewers to one side means that the neighboring atoms bumps into each other. To avoid this, the staircase has to twist a little bit, which turns the staircase into a spiral staircase. That's why your DNA is spiral. Because of the sugars and the phosphates and the water soluble. It has nothing to do with the pseudo shit you just pulled. So let's keep going on my slideshow. Okay. Other people that's being bombed in churches. You talking about mad about history? No, like I told you, this is not an appeal to emotion or anything like that. This is just case studying from history. And then you had the nerve to say, so what about slavery? Bro, you out of line. Like, you really out of line. What happened to your creator they was praying to in church? What was he? They was praying. You saying not a God. You saying not the God. I came to fight a God, but you got the creator. Boy, you confusing everybody. You confusing it. Is creator the God? You saying Yah? You saying Jehovah? You saying Yahweh? You saying all these names? They got Allah and a whole bunch. Who you talking about? So the creator is different from the God? Like you confusing me. Which one was these four beautiful young ladies when they was praying to in the church? Which one of these that God they were praying to? Was they praying to the creator, or were they praying to Yahweh, or was they praying to Jehovah? See, this is why atheists make a lot of sense, because y'all confused. Even if you say you got the elders, they doing this, you reading out a whole pseudo book.
Pause the time. One of the judges said they couldn't see what you was reading. Was you reading a different source?
No, I'm not reading. I'm not reading nothing right now. I was explaining what's going on in the picture and why.
No. He's talking about the spiral when you was talking about the DNA and the galaxies.
Oh yeah, I was reading. Yeah, I was reading something from BlueLabyrinth.com on why spirals are why why do spirals exist everywhere in nature.
Well, I'll give you the chance to just put it on the screen so everybody can see where you're getting it from. Just share that tab.
Okay, let me see.
Your time is paused for now, just to show for clarity for the judges.
All right, hold on. Damn, I gotta hide this. How unhide it?
No, you just go up where you hit stop sharing, and then go back in the present, and then you'll be able to click on exactly what you was looking at real quick. So,
I wasn't looking at it on a laptop. I was looking at it on my phone. I was reading it on my phone. But I can go to the link and pull it up. Let me just end this show. And here we go.
Show it for clarity so the judges know where you're getting it from.
All right.
You paused at 6 minutes right now.
All right.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the source, man. That's what it's about. Actually got a request from one of the judges. They wanted to see that source.
Yeah, here you go.
All right.
So just click present and then share your tab where you're looking at it at, brother.
All right. Yeah. Let me see. Labyrinth.
Boy, y'all relentless in that chat over there, boy. That chat boy ain't stopped moving since the show started.
I know, man. Somebody brought the eyeballs.
Yes, sir. Chat is on fire right now, man. Shout out to the chat, man. We appreciate the love and support sincerely.
Yeah, man. I want to appreciate the judges. I want to appreciate everybody that made this possible. Everybody that support the source, man. We're gonna keep feeding y'all with great content.
God damn it, man.
Hey, this the elimination changer, man. Somebody got to go home. One of these brothers gonna move on and go to the semifinal, the final four, and fight to go to the final. And then somebody got somebody got to make it all the way to the top of Mount Olympus. And who on the top of Mount Olympus waiting for him? Who on the top?
Now who up there, Joshua?
Man, you already know, man. The heavyweight champion, Zeus. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just throw you back down with the Titans. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go back to the Titans.
Well, somebody might make the claim that you creating the atmosphere for your own destruction, brother.
Hey, they gotta come up here and see me. I don't gotta go down there and see them. That's the difference. That's the difference. So I'm waiting up top, waiting for one of these brothers to make it to, climb Mount Kilimanjaro. However you said Kilimanjaro. You know what I'm saying, and come see me, man. Who got the fortitude? Who got the scholarship? You know what I'm saying? Who got what it takes? That's what we want to see here on the source.
All right, man. Somebody said he's saving time. Listen, man, it's not saving time, family.
Hey, y'all asked me to do this, man. What the fuck?
Bro, we're not talking to you, bro.
Oh.
All you gotta do is go on your Google.
But I told you I was on my phone when I did it.
Yeah, well, send a link. Send a link to Facebook, and we'll put it on.
Shit.
How about that? What? Send a link to Facebook Messenger. We'll put it on the screen for you real quick.
Source game.
All right, hold on. I'm finna send it to you.
Hey, Avery, Kronos got killed. Okay, you really want to play? I mean, James, you want to play that game with me? Kronos got killed. Ain't nobody messing with Zeus, man. Stop playing with me, man. And James, last time I checked, you climbed up that mountain. Hey, last time James climbed up, he made it all the way to the top of that mountain. He found out what Zeus was about last tournament, Jeremiah.
Talk that talk, Joshua.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Aries. You Aries. Oh, my God. You Aries? Bro, really? You Aries?
All right, Joshua, I'm finna send it to you right now.
Yeah, just send it to Facebook.
In the back check. Yeah, in the back check.
All right, go ahead. I got you. So we can speed this up so you get back into your debate.
All right. So let me share my screen already shared.
Yeah, man, we in the quantum realm right now.
We in the quantum realm.
Wow. All right, yeah, let's go. All right, so let me know when you got it, bro. So I start my time.
All right, I got it.
Hey, look, man, the greatest villain is Kyng, man. Hands down, man. All right, you talking about Zeus? Zeus ain't got nothing on Kyng. Okay, understand that, brother.
Hey, if either or, the analogy is the same, brother. You either gonna see Kyng or Zeus. Which one you want, man? I might pull out Namor. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to see Namor.
Oh.
All right, y'all ready or what?
Hey, James. If Zeus was killed by Ares, then you ain't Ares because I didn't die. All right, brother.
Y'all ready?
Right. I'm just gonna share my screen real quick.
Oh.
And show everybody what you was reading from. And the judges. So this was the source he was reading from, judges. Right here. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the private chat. Y'all all can have this source right here. And the source is, why do spirals exist everywhere in nature? BlueLabyrinth.com. Yeah. All right, if you point something out and present, brother, I got to start your time. Is that what you're trying to do right now? Or are you going back to your presentation? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going back to my time. I was because that was the whole point of me reading it. You know what I'm saying? So I can show that everything that he was saying, he got debunked.
All right. Your time starts when you start, brother. Your time starts when you.
All right, now I'm pretty sure that back then when these preachers, you know what I'm saying, was preaching and whatnot, that they, probably was righteous men. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not a lot, but maybe a few. So you keep saying this creator and this God, which is two different. You confusing me because you're saying I came to battle a God, but you came to battle with the creator. I'm like, ain't they the same? Like, this don't make no sense. The creator and God, like, now you got a whole nother thing going, along with the other 45,000 of them and the hundreds of Hebrew Israelites and the hundreds of other sects they got. So now you got saying something. So how should I believe you? Because you're not posting no facts. You're not posting no evidence saying it's creator. Okay, let's start with the first paragraph. White lynch mobs in America murdered at least 4,467 people between 1883 and 1941, hanging, burning, dismembering. Well, I don't even know what that is. Garrote and blow torching their victims. That is some brutal. Where is this creator or this God or whatever he claimed to be? This violence was widespread but not indiscriminate. About 3,300 were lynched were black, according to most recent account of sociologists, Charles Sigmund and David Rigby. The remaining dead were white, Mexican descent, Native American. The whole point about it is where is this creator? This is the Mormon Bible that preaches racism. Let's just read one. The Mormon belief is black skin being a curse is found in uniquely Mormon books they call scripture. These books, known as the Book of Mormon and the Pearl of Great Price, published by the Church of Jesus and Latter-day Saints, are racist as shown in the list of verses below. Remember that the Mormon version of God is not the God of the Bible. See, see, they got the Mormon book, but they read out the book. Which is this? Is this the creator? This the Mormon Moroni? Is this him in Pennsylvania and whatnot? Is this God? I'm trying to figure out which God. The Curse of Cain, Mark mentioned. All y'all books say something about black people. So you mean to tell me the slave book we supposed to be slaves? This is what you're telling me, according to your creator? Because you reading out the offices, you reading out the Jehovah's Witness book, pseudo books. You're bringing pseudo science, man. Like, come on. Like, Stephen Hawkins' final book says there's no possibility of God in the universe. He say in life was vocal champion of the Big Bang. The idea that the universe began by exploding suddenly out of an ultra-dense singularity smaller than an atom. From this piece emerged all the matter, energy, and empty space in the universe will ever contain. And all that raw material evolving into the cosmos we perceive today by following a strict set of scientific laws. To Hawkins and many like-minded scientists, the combined laws of gravity, relativity, quantum physics, and few other rules could explain everything that ever happened or ever will happen in our known universe. Because this is what these people do, man. This is what these people do, man. Come on, man. You can't tell me your Orpheus book and the Jehovah's Witness book. Come on, man. And you telling me a spiral? I just told you how it happened. I just told you why your DNA like that. Ain't got nothing to do with no God code or why it's a spiral, none of that, bro. I'm saying if you like, you can say the laws are the work of God, but that is more a definition of God than a proof of his existence. Hawking wrote, Stephen Hawkins, man. With the universe running on a scientifically guided autopilot, the only role for all powerful deity might be setting the initial conditions of the universe so that those laws could take shape. A divine creator who caused the Big Bang to bang, then step back to behold his work. Did God create quantum laws that allowed the Big Bang to occur? Hawking wrote, I have no desire to offend anyone of faith, but I think science has more compelling explanation than a divine creator. It's Stephen Hawkins, man. Come on, man. Hawkins' explanation begins with quantum mechanics, which explains how subatomic particles behave. The quantum studies in common to see subatomic particles like protons and electrons seemingly appear out of nowhere, stick around for a while, and then disappear again to a completely different location. Because the universe was once the size of a subatomic particle itself. It's plausible that it behaved similarly during the Big Bang, Hawking wrote. The universe itself in all its mind-boggling vastness and complexity, could not simply pop into existence without violating the laws of nature, he wrote. Exactly. It had to happen through nature, not no, bro. Come on, man. Let's go. This is Richard Dawkins. I don't need to read his bio. He's saying they cannot be okay. It's like let me see, sensible religion and united front against. Okay, I want to read this one. Okay, hold on. No, I want to go to this one. Let's go to this one. Yeah. Of course, this is all presupposed that the God we are talking about is a personal intelligence such as Yahweh, who he mentioned, Allah, Baal, Wu-Tan, and Zeus, who Jeshu just said who was, or Lord Krishna. If by God you mean love, nature, goodness, and the universe of the laws of physics, the spirit of humanity, and the Planck constant, none of the above applies. And an American student asked a professor whether he had a view about me. Sure, he replied, he's positive science. Science is incapable with religion. Incompatible with religion. But he waxes ecstatic about nature and the universe. To me, this is religion. Well, if that's what you choose to mean by religion, fine. That makes me a religious man, because he's talking about science. But if your God is a being who designs universes, listens to prayers, forgives sins, wreaks miracles, reads your thoughts, cares about your welfare, and raises you from the dead, you are unlikely to be satisfied. As the distinguished American physicist Steven Weinberg said, if you want to say that God is energy, then you can find God in a lump of coal. But you don't expect congregations to flock to your church. Exactly. Because he's saying everything that you're saying, all that makes no sense. What is logical to think is there is no God until further notice. You understand me? And I ain't no agnostic. What's logical is that what you're saying is not logical, plausible, or capable of happening. Period. You can read all your stories and all this other myth and say all this, bro. You have not proved nothing tonight. You have not proved anything, bro. All you proved was vortexes. You said vortexes. I already debunked that in three different rounds. The beginning.
2-minute warning.
This is how Christianity was exploited with Africans. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's see. When the Europeans colonized Africa, they did do with the most Africans. Hold on. I don't want to read this one. I want to go. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the term of the state of discomfort felt when two or more modes of thought contradict each other. The clashing contingents may include ideas, beliefs, or knowledge that one has to behave in a certain way. Now, this is what he is right here. Mental illness, insanity. Mental illness as such, as severe nature that a person cannot distinguish fantasy from reality, cannot conduct his or her affairs due to psychosis, or is subject to uncontrollable impulsive behavior. Of course, he got to do all these affairs to psycho. He got to have Sabbath. He got to have a feast of this. He got to do this. He got to wear leather. He got to have leather headbands. He got to look like smoke. You know what I'm saying? When they fighting, let's go with this neuroscience. It's like some weeks. I'm gonna go to the second paragraph. Some weeks later, a cognitive psychologist, Steven Pinker, commented on the dangers of evangelical religious belief in the coronavirus era. Writing on the Facebook, he said, belief in the afterlife and the malignant delusion. In the malignant delusion, since the devalues, actualize, and discourage action that would make them longer, safer, and happier. Pinker, of course, is not the first to connect to equate religion with delusion. The evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins, we already seen him. I already had him in the presentation. Is probably the most famous contemporary proponent of this view, which has intellectual roots dating back to at least political theorists. Karl Marx. I had him in the slide. I didn't want to read him because it was too long. Sigmund and Freud, and the book of the God Delusion. Dawkins argued that religious faith is persistent false belief held in the face of strong contradictory evidence, and thus delusional. That's what it is. It's delusional. So I'm thinking,
time, brother, time. Stop talking. Cut off your mic, brother. That's the end of the 3 rounds. The 3 presentation rounds are over with.
Woo! Presentation rounds is over, man. Now it's time to get to that good work, man. I enjoy the interrogation rounds, man. You understand? Because you have to stand on what you're saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Presentation rounds are great. Don't get me wrong, but when you get pushed, your back get pushed to the corner. Now we're gonna see where you at with it. You understand me? So look, man. I want to take this time to share a few things. You got that in the back chat, what I shared, Joshua? You can get that queued up. I'm going to share some with you all real quick. First and foremost, man, we appreciate y'all tuning into the Source Debate League, man. Again, man, if you have any products or any, a business that you want to share, man, you helping people with credit, man, you making soaps. You understand me? If you're making, zeets or whatever it is that you're doing, man, that's going to positively impact the community, man. Get with us, man. We want to help promote your business. All right. So you can hit me at YAH'KI on Facebook, or YAH'KI, please say the YAH on Instagram. We're coming fresh off the Passover season. Some people have already kept Passover. Some people are in the midst of their Passover. For those that don't know, I am a garment maker, and I want to share my business of Garments of Vengeance with you all real quick. All right. Let me share my screen.
Jeremiah, I didn't get that link, brother.
It's in the executive room.
Yeah, I don't
you gotta
see
scroll
it.
up a little bit.
Scroll
up a little bit.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right, man. So this was me at the summit, man. Again, I make 4 garment sets. I make these t-shirts here. Shout out to Ariel, who made the necklace with Yahweh on it. I make the armband sets, headband sets. Can you see my screen, Joshua?
Yeah, I see it. I can see your stream, brother.
All right. Hey, shout out to Priest Daniela, man. Again, it's another look at the. Okay, come. Again, it's another look at the arm headband sets.
Jeremiah, let me say something real quick. I want the judge to see that this is a mass case of delusion right here. Y'all see this right here? This is a mass case of delusion.
All right, so this is my table at the Hebrew Israelite Summit. Again, leather headbands, what I specialize in. You feel me? Shout out to King Seth. All right, I make these sets, man. You can get these things personalized with the name of your camp, school, or organization. I'm here to serve, man. Garments of Vengeance. Garments of Vengeance, man. Headsets, armband sets. Right, we're about the culture over here, man. We're about the culture. Again, man, you can hit me up on Facebook at YAH'KI, YIRMEYAH, space YAH, YAH. Right, show your love, man. I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve. Garments that I made for Passover. This year, the 4 garment sets that I made for Passover. again, you all can, if you want your business to be promoted here, just hit somebody up from the executive board, man. We'll get you locked in. Guess my videos ain't showing. All right, so these are some of the full garment sets that I did. For past over this year to decide.
All right, we lost YAH'S. So in the meantime, in the intermission, we're gonna go ahead and play When We Are Together until we can get that brother back. You guys just hold on for a minute. We're gonna get right back to the debate. He's just having a few technical difficulties. Don't go nowhere because we got a treat for you guys. So, hey, we appreciate everybody that makes this possible, the audience, to the judges, to the contestants, to everyone in the tournament. We appreciate you guys, and keep rocking with us. We're gonna keep giving you guys content, keep giving you guys debates. I know y'all like to see these battles. We love these battles too because we fans of this before we're hosts or debaters or whatnot. We're fans first, right? So with that being said, we're gonna present this music video from our brother NehemiYAH.
Genesis chapter 9 and verse 26. And he said, "Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant." So you see, this is why y'all went into slavery, because y'all were Canaanites.
What are you saying, a Canaanite? Are you serious, brother?
According to prophecy.
Are you serious,
Y'all
man?
fit the curse.
So we supposed to be the Canaanites now?
Yes.
Are you? Man, you must be out of your mind.
Listen. This whole thing can be solved very easily. Man. You guys in chapter 11, verse 13.
Yeah. Check it. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart,
right?
And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah.
Right.
And Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
So the whole thing is, if y'all have nobody on the opposite side of this argument, this clearly means that you two are the nation.
Thank you.
All right.
Hold on.
La music.
Yes.
YAH'S for real.
Hold up.
When we are together, what a sight for sore eyes. There'll be nothing better when we're unified. When we are together, what a glorious time. We will reign forever with your heart aside. When we are together. Yeah.
These are wishes of the king.
You know.
These are the king.
Yeah.
These are the wishes of the king.
Judah and Israel been separated for a long time, you see. Only I can bring us back where we need to be. These two sticks will be joined together once again. He's the only one that can remove this division.
We've been seeking correction, but we ain't changed our direction. And the road that we on, we gon' sabotage the election. We've been sick with infection, wanna show my people affection. Whether you Israel or Judah, grab the faith and get full up. Scattered to the four corners, but we working to pull up. No more envy in Judah, no more affection on Ephraim. Even if you're light skinned, it's the blood that we keeping. We reject Willie Lynch, apologize for offense. We the source stuff, click, let me prove my descent. Yeah, these curses is on me, not the only one. Isolated from the phonies, I'm in love with the law. But it's the blood of the Mashiach that'll be taking me home. So we killing confusion and separation illusion. It's our action we prove when we stay apart and we lose it. Go ahead and respond if you vote for division. But it's all about the blood, we reject your religion. Let me show some submission. This is Christ's ambition.
Most High, oh, this we know. It's been a long time, but the chosen is coming home.
Yeah, we coming home.
YAH'KI will rule the nations in the Holy Land. Judah and Israel will be back together again.
So we no longer faking, we squashing beat with Jamaicans. If we ever go make it, we have to join with the Haitians. Making peace with the Cubans, we know they brother is Ruben. No, the haters is looking, but they just causing confusion. Talking about those, talking about those that are descended from black. Right now, we're ranging in color, yeah, we in Africa too. When they say the four corners, we including you too. What about Europe and India? We be together soon.
All together, what a sight for sore eyes. There'll be nothing better when we're unified. When we are together, what a glorious time. We will reign forever with YHWH'S. When we are together, you know we belong together.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that love and support sincerely, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's
You
get
was
back to it, man.
Yeah. Brother was rapping, man. Let's get these brothers in here, man. Let's get these wolves in here, man. These two wolves in here, man. These brothers been fighting all night. Hey, it might come down to this, Jeremiah. You never know. It might come down to the question and answering, man. The interrogation.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I done seen a couple of brothers lose it in this portion of the debate, man. I done seen them lose it, man. You feel me? Time is now.
Hey, Malachi, you went first. So, the floor is yours to go ahead and interrogate King Seth, man. Give him no questions, man. Put that pressure.
Okay, yeah. So, King Seth, do you know what cosmogony is?
What? Bogany?
Cosmogony, yeah.
Nah, I know what cosmology is.
You don't know? Okay, well, cosmogony is the science that deals with the origin of the universe, particularly our solar system. So, as an atheist, claiming atheism is practical, what cosmogony do atheists study or practice?
Astrology, science, the scientific
method. Cosmogony. Let me say it again. Cosmogony is the science that deals with the origin of the universe and particularly the solar system. It's not biology. It's not none of that. It's a specific science.
That's astrology, bro.
No, not astrology. We're not talking about just the study of the stars. We're talking about how the universe was created. So I'm asking, which cosmogony do the atheists practice?
We don't practice no cosmology. We simply read the science and base our decisions simply on the science. What people that get paid to do. Hold on, let me finish. People that get paid to go to universities that study this for years and years and years and actually do the science. Not no nigga in the house right now wearing no bandana on top of their head. Talking about Hebrew Israelites. No, not them.
I ain't bring up Israelite the whole day. You did.
I mean, you ain't got you. I mean, you said Jehovah.
Okay, so all right.
Hold on, bro.
It's my question round.
Hold on.
My question round.
God, let's get this straight.
It's my question round.
It's the creator.
It's my question round.
No, it's not, man. We can go at it.
Hey, time. I'm pausing time. Hold on, King Seth. It's an interrogation.
Oh,
Cause I was finna go on it.
King Seth.
Pressure, boy.
It's on him. It's
Boy,
on him.
let me explain it for him.
All you gotta do is sit there and take it, brother.
Yeah.
Man,
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Get out the game. Come on.
Anyway, let me explain to y'all. Whoever's doing the interrogating has the control of the floor. You got to respect Malachi. You have to heed to his questions, brother. You're going to have your time. He got 10 minutes. I just stopped him at 1 minute and 30 seconds. Do not interrupt him.
Hey, that smoke you about to blow out your mouth, about to coil, boy. You about to spit on that ass.
Malachi, when you ready?
Yeah, boy.
When you ready, your time will start. Just let me know.
Okay, so back. The question is about. Notice I asked him about the cosmogony. Cosmogony deals with is the science that deals with the origin of the universe, how it was created, specifically our solar system. When I asked the atheist what cosmogony does he practice or participate in, he said none.
How do you?
So trip about this. So you don't have. This is a question. So you don't have an answer for all the whirling galaxies and all that I showed earlier. Do you have an answer for that? Because you don't have
I got an answer for you. You want me to read it?
I'm saying you don't have a cosmogony, so that's not where you dance at, right? You don't have a cosmogony, you said. So that means you don't have an answer for a creation above your head. You don't have an answer for that. All right, next. I heard you bring up Anthony. Well, I'm surgical with it, boy. I heard you bring up Anthony Flew. I said, no, he didn't. No, this Negro didn't bring up Anthony Flew. Huh? Hey, so Anthony Flew, I can share the link if y'all want me to. I guess I need to put it in the private chat or something. And put it in the private chat. All right. Did you know, this is the question. Did you know that Anthony Flew, the most eminent and world-renowned atheist at the age of 81, renounced his beliefs in atheism and claimed to believe in a God and said he was a deist or theist? And you bring the man up. I say, look at you. You bringing sources up, not even knowing that the man himself. So did you know that the source you pulled renounced the belief of atheism before he died at the tender age of 81? Did you know that?
You want me to answer that, or you want me to you want me to put it up and read it where it's debunked? You want me to debunk it? Okay, got you.
Did you know that at the age of 81, Anthony Flew renounced? He renounced his beliefs in atheism and said he was a deist or a theist.
Nah.
Okay, well, I got it right here on Wikipedia.
Okay, Wikipedia.
I got it right on Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, I mean, you've been pulling stuff off.
I ain't put nothing that say no Wikipedia.
Conversion to deism.
Then he used the Book of Jehovah.
Great answer. Yeah. I was just wondering if you knew. The question is, did you know that the famous atheist, the most world-renowned atheist that you quoted, converted from that and started believing in a God? The very man you pulled. Oh, okay. All right. So no cosmogony, right? No explanation other than it's just an accident that it spirals and evidence of vortexian radiation everywhere. So again, do you have can you answer that for me? Why is it evidence of vortexian radiation everywhere, from inside you to on you to nature up to the cosmos? Why is it evidence of vortexian radiation and vortexian energy as evident through the golden spiral?
You say what? Say that again. Repeat that.
Why is there evidence of vortexian energy from everywhere, from on a micro level, inside you, on you, during development, right? In nature, the Fibonacci circle or the Fibonacci spiral, right? And all the way up into the heavens. And all the way up into the heavens, the galaxies that spiral.
Because of what you just
the question is explain that.
I did. I read it. I read it in the beginning of the third round, but I reiterate it for you. The reason why you find it in your DNA and you see it spiraling is because of the salts, the sugar, and the phosphates. When they get together and they link up, they have spots in them that need to be covered up. So when they get covered up, they still get skewed and they turn to where the particles don't bump each other. So that skews it and turns it into a sphere or look like a spiral. The reason why galaxies are spinning everywhere, because it's just something in nature that happens because of gravity. That's why. Like I'd explained it to you in 3 rounds in this one. Man, when is my turn?
So it's just a coincidence. All right, what about the embryo development? The embryo develops in a spiral and a coiled development while you developing in your mama's womb.
I mean, okay, that's cool, but that still has to do with anatomy, sperm cells. That don't have nothing to do with no creator. It has nothing to do with a creator. You have not stated or made any cause to say that there's a creator, bro.
The creator. What I showed was I read something out of Scientific Bible, which is a high science Bible and high spirituality. I read it and then I showed it in nature. You have no answer for it because you don't have a cosmogony. You don't study that. Right? According to you, it's all just a coinky dink that there's evidence of vortexian radiation everywhere.
That's a lie. I never said that. Objection. I never said that. I explained it.
You read it and then we can see it in real time.
Bro, you got cognitive dissonance.
So
you asked me, I explained it, and you still don't know how to answer. I just answered it 3 times.
How is it that being an atheist, non-belief, you look at all this creation, how is it that non-belief in a creator, how is that logical?
Because I see that there's no results behind anything that you're talking about a creator. All right, but you saying you're not talking about a God, you're talking about the creator, which is confusing me because you're reading out a Bible and biblical scriptures. You're reading the tetragrammaton. I mean, you're reading the matter of fact, you went so as far to go into the DNA to say Yahweh. So how you not talking about a God, but you talking about the creator? You confuse the hell out of me. Let me answer.
My opening round, I explained the difference between the creator and God. You wasn't listening.
All right, man, come on, man. All right, come on, man.
What do you say?
I'm saying I'm trying to answer the question.
No, I'm saying I explained the difference between creator and God.
Man, no, you man, come on, no, you didn't, man.
You just was hitting this.
Man, come on, man. No, you
quit overnight.
You've been slinging pseudo stuff for 3 rounds the whole time.
A nigga that get his ass whooped would say that.
2 minute.
Good. About this. Why? Let me ask you this question. Why your ass in the back chat crying? I just looked in the private chat. You've been crying the whole debate, man. Come on, man.
Because my brain, because the spiral vortex in my brain, it was spinning and the water didn't know where it goes. So it spiraled up my eyelid and came down and then it was spiraling out of the soul.
I see you put that black and mild down, boy. Like that smoke coming up off you boys coiling.
Like the magic lights behind you is spiraling and spinning. You know
the vortex.
Stop playing with me, man.
Yeah, the earth
is it my turn? Is it my turn? Is it my turn? Because this boy got
your turn yet. So you haven't shown not one reason why being an atheist is even logical.
What?
The creation is too vast. Look, even with a belief such as atheism is based off what you
can perceive. If
you look into the heavens, science has proven that we only can understand 5% of what the heavens are.
That's a lie.
How is it logical?
That's a lie.
How is it logical for anybody to believe what you talking about when I point out the swirling galaxies? But you don't swim.
I'm already trying to tell you, you ain't want to listen. Bro, I said because of the results and the pattern of saying such creator you talking about. That's what I just said.
Results?
You don't want to hear.
What
you don't want to name no creator, right?
When your man's converted from atheism on his deathbed.
Bro, when it's my turn, I got you. When it's my turn, I got you.
What has being an atheist produced?
Man, I got you.
You got the most eminent.
Watch this. It produces not dying on your knees.
Who's on
it produces not living in a fairy tale. It produces not wearing leather headbands. It produces not wearing leather headbands. It produces non-psychotic delusions. That's what.
Time. All right. King Seth, It's your turn. I'm gonna set your time.
Hold on. Hey, King Seth, I already told you to watch your filthy mouth when you talking about my leather headbands, brother.
I gotta get on you, man. I gotta get on you, man. I got to. I gotta use you as an example. I got to.
I'm the leather headband man. Understand that, brother.
I know.
The headband man. Fly as a Taliban. Hey, with that being said, man, King Seth, it's your turn to interrogate Malaki. Ask some questions. Put that pressure on that brother. Go ahead, man.
All right. So first of all, this is what I want. I want to know why you got on here and you lied to the people just now about Anthony Flew. You see what I'm saying? You want to tell half truths, and then you went, nah, it ain't your turn, man. Say. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, I ain't asking no question.
Why I lie?
Nah, what I'm finna show you, I'm finna debunk what you just said.
Can I answer?
Nah, it said, hold on, nah, bro, I'm not done. It says this for the judge and everybody else. It said in 2003, he was one of this is the same Wikipedia article Anthony Flew that he read. He didn't read y'all everything. Now watch this. It say in 2003 he was one of the signatories of the Humanities Manifesto 3. He also developed the No True Scotsman fallacy and debated retro-casually with Michael Dummett. However, watch this, y'all. In 2004, he changed his position and stated that he now believes in the existence of an intelligent designer of the universe, shocking colleagues and fellow atheists. In order to further clarify, his personal concept of God Flew openly made an allegiance with deism, deism. More specifically, a belief in Aristotelian God, and dismissed on many occasions the hypothetical conversation of Christianity, Islam, and other religions. So why you lied? Why you lie? Tell me why you lied. Why you lie to the people?
Let me respond.
Shut up. Why you lie to the people?
Hold on, Pinky. Let me spill my yak. Hold on.
Why you lie to the people?
Can I read what I got?
Shut up. Why you
ain't reading the people,
Let
me share my screen. Can I share my screen?
Why you trying to deep? But no, I already read it. Why you lied?
All right, go ahead, man.
I want to know why you lied.
You ain't gonna let me show it? Can I show it?
Yeah.
Can I show it? Can I show what I'm reading?
I want to know why you lied. Matter of fact, I don't even care. Nah, it ain't no reason why you lied. You need to go repent. You lied anyway. Now watch this. No, I don't want to see. No, I don't want to see it. Okay, you already been debunked. I don't got to do. You trying to stall for time. What I want to know is how can you put when I just read to you about the DNA and I told you about the salts, the phosphates, and the sugar, the way that they combine and the way that they created. Even you stated in your debate several times, you kept saying nature. You never said supernatural. You said nature. Mm-hmm. So nature is random events that happen within nature, not supernatural. So how can you say something like vortexes and spirals that happen in nature is something that's dealing with a creator?
Because that's what we read and that's what we showed. We read it, and then I gave the people a reference to point out things that they see. Go get a telescope. You can look up at them swirling galaxies. Start studying DNA. You
think a spiral proves that there's a creator, bro?
Everywhere. Yes, because look, what did we read? We read for every corporeal world I created a vortex first. And then we go to nature, we go to the heavens, we go inside you, we go to the Fibonacci and the golden spiral in nature, we go to your sperm cells, we go to the embryo developing within the womb, and it's a spiral or evidence of vortexian energy everywhere. Now, either that's a coincidence, or eventually you got to call a spade a spade. Me, I got to call a spade a spade. Something is making it do that.
Man, that's all speculation. Everything you just said cannot be proven, bro. You go just like you just said. You just gave an opinion, bro. And then you read out a pseudo book wrote by a white man. You read out a pseudo. Hold on, stop, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. My turn, bro. My turn to talk, bro. Bro, I don't want to hear that, bro. My turn to talk, bro. You got
hold on. Pause the time. Let's get some order here, man. All right, King Seth. You got Mally, you're in the hot seat, man. You gotta let him rock.
Yeah. I'm just trying to answer him.
You had 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's
yeah. King Seth, if you ask the question, man, you gotta let them answer.
Okay. Did you know that the Orpheus book was wrote by a white dentist in the 1800s? Did you know that? Before you came on here and tried to debate me with it?
I can't hear you. You said the Orpheus.
I say, did you know that the Orpheus was wrote by a white dentist in the 1800s, and he said he did it through automatic writing?
Oh, you talking about the OSP? What I was reading tonight? Yeah. I'm aware.
You knew that? You knew that? So therefore, you felt like this book was a valid enough source to come into a professional. I mean, a semi-professional. You know what I mean? Organized. Hey, bro.
Well, look,
like,
let me answer. My whole thing is, if it's irrelevant, it wouldn't have whooped your ass. You ain't had nothing for it.
Man, what kind of answer is that, man? Come on, man. Order in the court, man. Order in the court, man.
If it's a white man and he the devil, then it shouldn't have won.
Nah, man, court, man.
You got your ass whooped, boy.
Man, what the judge at? Make the man answer the question, judge. Man, he can't do that, man. Come on, man.
I just did. I knew.
You knew you were pseudo. You knew you were pseudo. You knew that would help, bro. That's not a source. Oh, that was never a source. That's not a source. Okay. What God? Okay, the creator. If you saying the creator, hold on, bro. You saying if the creator is different from a God, then what? What is the difference between the creator and the God, bro? Because you named Yahweh.
Yeah,
you said Jehovah and all that. You even read out a book that claimed to be the Bible and all this other stuff.
I didn't read out no book claiming to be the Bible.
I didn't
read the Bible at all tonight.
Man, come on, man. Now you man.
You bringing up Bible.
Bro, you read the
Hebrew Israelite. You bringing up all type of stuff. I didn't even read out the Bible tonight.
Come on, man. Bro.
The debate was about proving creator, and I didn't.
Yeah, and I proved you didn't prove no creator. I proved atheism logical due through the patterns. Bro, did I not prove through the patterns of history? Through the way black people have been treated, through slavery, through everything else. Bro, atheism is way more logical than believing in your make-believe myth.
I mean, you just got to talk about slavery. I sold science.
Man, come on, man. And you said so about slavery.
I didn't even get spooky today.
Yeah, you did.
You science the whole time.
Bro, so you telling me your creator, so you scientific, bro. All that was pseudo. I debunked you but in the beginning of every round.
Who says who? Yourself?
Says the information.
Nobody agrees.
Says the information. Says when I debunked you, nigga, in the beginning of the round.
You was reading something after you had something on the screen.
Come on, man.
And what you was reading was proving my point. Something is making it spin.
Come on, man. You got cognitive
dissonance. If you call it sugars and
do you admit to having cognitive dissonance? Do you admit to having cognitive dissonance?
Coded to coil.
Do you admit to having cognitive dissonance? Do you admit to being insane, living in a fantasy?
I'm a revolutionary freedom.
Do you know
cognitive dissonance about me?
Okay, let me ask you this. Just really let me know if you're insane. Hold on. Just really let me know if you're insane. Do you believe? Hold on. Let me ask you, bro. Come on, man. Order in the court, man. Flag on the play, man.
Boy, you don't even know.
Hold on, man. Flag on the play.
Order. Let's get to some questions, man. Go ahead, King Seth.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ask. How does what you saying in the Orpheus?
What is you talking about? Orpheus?
The Ocephus, whatever, the Osiris, whatever, man.
I don't know what you
talking about. The pseudo book that you pulled up. How can you say that? Bro, stop the cap. How can you say that book validates science when that man was in the 1800s, bro? This is not nothing that's dealing with prophecy, bro. This is Johnny come lately.
Can I answer?
You ain't even got nothing from before.
So the science that's being professed in it,
man,
was recently discovered probably 70, 80 years after.
And
that's it. Look, if it's false, you came to battle.
You came to battle.
I'm just saying, I displayed creative creation and brought something that was of a high vibratory.
2-minute warning.
High vibratory frequency, and it's
see. And then in the beginning of the debate, why did you say voices in our mind? Why would you start off a debate saying y'all know the voices in our mind? Telling them because you said voices in our mind. They get me to thinking, okay, well, you're an illogical person because the first thing you said is voices in my head.
Yeah.
And you tried to validate everything you said by having a fallacy, which is emotion to appeal. Appeal to emotion.
All right, but just because I mean, you trying to get spooky? I
already been spooky.
I did science the whole time.
You didn't do no science, man.
Now you can be in denial if you can be in denial all you want that you're not in communion.
So you don't. So bro, you saying that the information that you brought forth, everything outlet was proven without a shadow of a doubt, peer-reviewed and everything based on science.
I came and showed it.
I showed multiple branches of science.
I showed cosmology. I showed science and math. I showed biology. You know what I mean? I showed several branches of science. You didn't. You brought up slavery.
Bro, you brought up that had nothing to do with it.
You ain't bring up you didn't prove.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's how I know you didn't get it. That's how I know you didn't get it. That's how I know you didn't get it, bro. It's repeated history of praying to your God and nothing happened.
What God? You don't even know.
Praying to your creator.
Bro, I don't pray to a God.
That's why we confused. That's why we saying the creator. What's the creator? Bro, is the creator
Yahweh? The creator
Yahweh.
of gods.
Is the creator Yahweh.
I deal with the creator of God.
Let me ask you this. Is the creator Yahweh?
It's a false God named Yahweh too.
God, man, what the man? Who is this person?
God can appear in any name, bro.
Time. That's it, man. I hope y'all put it all out there, man.
Woo! Fighting for your life.
Elimination
Fighting
chamber.
for your life, man. Okay.
Ball game,
Fighting
baby.
for your life, man. Y'all know what time it is, right?
Palms about to get sweaty.
Y'all know what time it is, right? It's time. How they say in the UFC, huh? Hey, man.
Oh, man. Somebody got to go home, Jeremiah. Somebody go home, man. Oh, man.
Somebody got to go home, man. All right, it's that time, man. Look, when it comes to fighting for your life and getting into this, somebody, Joshua, is about to catch a body. I'm going to tell you something. This is what we live for right here, man. These moments right here. Somebody going to see the dead man. All right. Let's get these judges up here, man. Yo, man, we appreciate you judges, man. Bring everybody up, man. Get everybody up here, man.
Man. Brothers was fighting.
Hold on, we missing somebody.
Yeah, you're gonna have them send the judgments to you, right?
Yeah. All right, so what you judges gonna have to do, right? 1 second, say something, Joshua.
Yeah, man, great bout, fellas. But it all goes down and all boils down to this moment right here, man. I hope brothers brought it all and left it all in the field. Cause hey, this is the door of no return at this point, man. Somebody going to advance to the finals. We trying to find out who it is. Man, you guys' livelihood in this tournament is contingent upon 3 judges. And they're going to judge you on your performance and presentation. So I hope y'all put it all out there, man.
All right, man. So, hey, you judges, I need you to text me your vote. Because we don't want your deliberation, right, to affect someone else. I just got Lahab back in here. He was out sending me his vote. I'm like, brother, where you at? He's like, brother, I'm sending you the vote. I'm like, oh, okay. Don't be trying to be faster than me, brother. What the hell's going on?
Did y'all give the judges a link? I don't have a link. I mean, to send you the vote.
All right.
you want me to write something or just send who I voted for?
No, bro. I need you to send it to me.
No, I know that.
DM him on Facebook
can you DM me on Facebook?
Let me see if I can find you. What?
YHWH'S?
No, I see it.
Okay. Yeah, it's just YAH'KI.
Hey, I sent it to you already.
Okay, cool. We're gonna go to you first, SOG.
You want me to give my reason?
Yeah, give your reason for your vote.
All right, cool. Hey, it was a good battle. I appreciate it. Shout out to both of the contestants. But at the end of the day, Kyng, you argued mostly about black people in slavery and getting shot and killed and the Devil's Punch Bowl and the black girls in the church and Dylan Roof and all that, which, you know, those are good points. But what the brother Malaki was bringing out was dealing with patterns. He gave you nature patterns. So I'm not even dealing with the books that he brought out, right? Because I don't even have to deal with his books and the different Bibles or what have you. I'm just dealing with the patterns in nature, right? So I want to read the definition of a pattern: a regular and intelligible form of sequence discernible in certain actions or situations. Now, a coincidence is a remarkable occurrence of events or circumstances without apparent causal connection. So what he proved beyond a shadow of a doubt was nothing about these vortexes and spiral patterns in nature and outside and in space is a causal connection. It's intelligible. And your answer for a cosmogony was none. So you have no origin of these things, which shows that if these things are intelligible because they're not just a random coincidence, this actual pattern that shows intelligence, which denotes a creator. So I'm not arguing who's the creator. I'm just arguing a creator, right? Because I believe that was the intention of the debate. So based on that alone, the brother Malaki got it hands down. I yield.
All right. First vote goes for brother Malaki. Right. First vote for brother Malaki. Did you send me? I still ain't got nothing from you, bro. Logic.
Oh yeah. I was trying to find you on there. I think I found you. You got the sunglasses on.
All right, yeah, looking extra fly.
Very cool. All right, hold on 1 second. You like 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Hey, hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe to the Source Debate League on YouTube. Hit our social medias up, man. Support the league.
Yeah, man, can we get some likes, man? You know what I'm saying? There's more than 100 and some odd people in here, man. Can we get some likes, family?
All right, I just sent it to you.
Nobody want to hit the like button? All right, I appreciate that. Y'all hit the like button, man. Show your love, show your support. All right, we're going to you, brother. It's on you.
Who, me?
Yeah. Explain your pick, brother.
Oh, you mean my avatar pick?
No, that avatar pick is off as hell. I don't know why you got that up there, bro. But go ahead.
All right, so
this guy.
I listened to. I'm just joking. So I listened to the full debate. It was very interesting, and believe it. Also, I just want to start by saying I appreciate Josh Shub and King Seth and NehemiYAH for having me on. It was an awesome debate. I think both brothers did a good job, but ultimately, I'm gonna have to make a decision, which may affect somebody going home, unfortunately. King Seth did a fantastic job showing the schizophrenia, lunacy, just utter madness of religion. But at the same time, we know that there's good things in religion as well. So I kind of seen what he was doing sort of as like kind of like slander. Then the brother, can y'all still hear me?
Yes, you can be heard.
Okay.
Yes,
so the other brother, Macabee, his presentation was pretty consistent. Now, he was reading out the Cosmon Bible of Owapsi, which is a book that I actually enjoy myself, although I haven't read it to the extent of what he read. But the shocking thing about it is that brother actually taught me something today. And what he taught me is that because he used science. And so with King Seth kind of never proved that, that atheism wasn't illogical, or that the other guy, I mean, he didn't kind of really prove that the other guy's, theory of creation was not logical. The brother did prove that, the other brother also didn't prove that, being atheist was not logical either. But the brother did prove that, like gravity is a force in nature caused by the body of an object. And so when this brother was talking, this might sound weird, but it was like the creator was speaking through this brother, and he was teaching me what creation is. And he was saying, look at these, there's spirals, there's Fibonacci sequences. You could see it in the womb and all these other things. And I'm like, oh, he's right. I'm like, creation is like a force in nature, like gravity. It's an unseen force that you can't see, that has sort of an intelligence to it, because it's not stupid. It's just something that we're learning to describe. And so the brother kind of taught me what a creator is. And, I've been, that's why I never believed in a creator, because it's not like I'm mad at God. I just didn't understand what a creator was. But the way the brother laid it out, I was like, wow, there could be a creator if you look at it that way. Now, whether that creator is the same being as the Abrahamic Bible, I'm not sure, but the title just simply says creator. And if you look at nature and the things that are going on in nature, how things are designed and everything has a beginning and an end and a purpose, there is some logical creativeness going on there. I hate to say it. So ultimately, logic is an attribute of God. God is not subject to logic in the sense that he is not beneath it, nor is logic an invention of God. God is always utterly logical, because God is part of logic is a part of who God is. Logic is the set of rules we must follow to think like God, and how God thinks is logical because God wants us to think rightly. To me, that makes sense. So I would have to give my vote to the brother Macabee.
Hey man, that's two. That's two from the clip, one in the hip. All right, so we got one more brother. That's two down. So Malachi will be moving on to the final four, to the semifinal. So that it is what it is. But that's here from the last. Who's our last judge, Jeremiah?
We got Elder Lahab.
How everybody doing? I just want to say good debate. After the first round, I had it even. I thought those brothers both came out swinging, but I gotta be honest. In the second round, Malachi was cooking with the vortexes, and I don't think Seth had an answer for that. So much so, when Seth went into his third round, he started freestyling, and he did a critical thing when we on the Source Debate League. He failed to provide a source for the information he was given. And I'm the bag of rock judge that asked for that source, and it took that brother too long to provide that source. So I had Malachi win in the second and third. That question and answer, which I was looking forward to, really got muddied up with brothers not allowing the other brother to answer questions or talking over each other. So I had it 2-0 Malachi, 2 rounds, throw him out. Malachi with the win. Thank you.
Man,
there you have it.
There you have it, folks. Elimination Chamber, man. One loss and you out of here. Congratulations to brother Malaki Macabee. You feel me? King Seth, man. Any last words for the people?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Mike, congratulations to that boy, man. That was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
it was a good fight, man.
Square, bro. You know what I'm about great job. You know what I'm talking about? I feel you, but still, you know what I'm saying? You got lucky. You got lucky.
Great sportsmanship, great sportsmanship. Mally, anything you want to say to the people, man?
Hey, man. Hey, look. All praises to the ever-present Creator.
Man, take that little cracker jack smile off your damn face.
Nigga. I told you what I was going to do to this boy, man. You like, Mally, I don't know, man. You know, King Seth got the belt. And I'm like, that when I asked y'all about the belts, like, who did y'all, but it's all good, man.
Oh, watch your mouth, brother. Watch your mouth.
Hey, what about this? So he supposed to shit me that belt? Is that what's happening?
Hey, man, listen, man. Look, I see it going on in the comment section, right? Everybody in the comment section asking about the belt.
What the belt is?
Hold your horses, brother. Let me make this extremely clear. This was not for the belt at all. Okay?
Oh, man.
Stop perpetrating the fraud up in here.
Man. He should have been able to show it then, man. He's showing it.
If
you got to chest all out. You going off, man.
Listen.
Hey, man, you gotta hey, ship that belt to my brother Cosmo and Cal, man.
You can't get the belt off one win, brother. You gotta knock out a couple other dudes.
Okay. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
You gotta knock out a few more dudes.
What I'm petitioning is this, right, Mally? I'm still waiting on approval from the board. I want the person that comes in second place in this tournament to get a shot at that middleweight champion. I'm petitioning. I ain't got no approval yet from the board. I'm still waiting on them to approve it. But if you make it to the finals and you don't win, you'll get a shot at the second at the middleweight championship. I'm trying to get that approved. But as of right now, for everybody listening, this was not for the belt. Leave me alone. I don't give a damn. Get out of the comment section. I don't give a damn. Okay, understand it.
I got my belt. You ain't ready. He was bringing his belt up.
Hey, look, Malaki.
I must be taking the belt tonight.
You need to be worried about the belt. You need to be worried about is mine, brother. And you got to get to you got to climb, Malaki. You got to climb, brother. You ain't climbed that. You ain't at the top of Mount Olympus yet, brother. You got 2 victories.
I don't want no smoke, brother. I come.
Calm that belt stuff down.
I guess y'all through with me. Hey, congratulations, Malaki. Peace, Joshua. Peace to all the people on the Parayama there. Y'all have a good day. Peace, love y'all. Take care.
Salute to the judges too, man.
All right, yeah.
All right, so look, it's all good, man. I'm about to get up off of here. Hey, right on for having me. Blessings to the Source Debate League. Created gang in the building, baby. You bring them, we raise them. You dig? Hey, number love and light over this way. YAH'KI, get at me, YAH'KI. You already know.
Man, you know it's all love, man. I love you dearly, brother. I'm coming to lay the smack down on your candy ass on Paul, nigga. I ain't forgot, boy.
Yeah,
understand that. It ain't over. For everybody, all of your YC congregation over there, I'm coming for all the smoke. Understand that, man.
It sounds
you brought me over to your damn.
Everybody got a plan today. Get hit, YAH'KI, man.
Hold up. You brought me over there to your channel. Your niggas tried to jump me over there. You understand me? Y'all try to jump me over there on your channel, but it ain't going down like that at the source.
You know I never jump you, brother. What you mean? You my brother. I ain't gonna never jump you.
It's all love, Mally. You know it's all love, brother.
Let me explain something to this brother right here. He said, "What championship is this?" The brother did not make it to the championship round yet. This is the second round.
Yeah, hey NehemiYAH, he was fronting, man. He was trying to. He was fronting like the belt was on the line, and I thought it was. You dig? But I guess I'll take it from him later. It's all good.
Right.
I might take it from him and let him keep it. It'll be our secret. It'll be our secret, man.
Hey, man, congratulations, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Blessings.
Another win in the chamber, man. Look, Final Four, man. It only get harder from this point forward, man. You feel me?
Shit, we ready.
It only get harder.
Hey, YAH'KI.
Yes,
this
sir.
brother, hey, your victories are short-lived, man. You got the winner of LV or Ivry, man. Stop. Hey, don't be sleeping on these brothers in the bracket. Don't sleep on it.
Nah.
Whoever wins. Okay. I hope you watching your competition. I hope you watching, brother.
I pay attention. Yeah. I watch all you niggas.
Hey, there we go, brother.
I watch every last one of you. Hey, Jeremiah know me, boy. Hey, yeah. I'm watching every last one of you. Trust me. I don't sleep on nobody.
Hey, no, sincerely, Mally, I want to tell you I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, your encouragement throughout this process, man. You've been a real pillar, you know what I mean, keeping me on my toes and everything, bro, because, you know, I know you know about administration and everything, bro.
Yeah, so I be on you, boy.
Yeah, you be on me. I be like, oh, let me get up. Let me get up.
Where my flyer at? Nigga, I'm trying to promote. I be on my heels, Yashub. You heard me?
Yeah.
I be on his shit. But it's all good, brother, man. Love you, brothers. Hey, may the Creator bless you, brothers, exponentially.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, man. Elimination Chamber, Joshua. Before I go out, I know you got some announcements to make. Yeah, let me say this, man. We got some serious stuff to talk about really quickly, family. Right? Tomorrow's debate and yesterday's debate. Both of those debates got rescheduled. Now, let me talk about this, because we've been haggling over this in the executive board. Let me take this comment off real quick. We've been haggling about this in the executive board, and we got rules. Hey, Joshua, you want to post those rules real quick?
Yeah, I got you.
I appreciate it. We got rules here at the source, and I want to read these rules so everybody can see it, because there was some brothers in the first round that had to drop out of the tournament. I believe it was only 2 of them, and that's unfortunate. I actually had brothers hit me up, Joshua, to take those slots, man. You know what I'm saying? But the way the rules were set up, we couldn't get them filled in. You know what I mean? So the way that we got to follow the rules in which we established. So I want to address this real quick before we get out of here for those that are watching. All right. As Joshua get these rules pulled up, you cannot counsel a debate the day of the debate unless it's an emergency, because we know that things happen in people's lives. Anything, somebody could get shot, somebody could have a car accident, your wife could go into labor. You understand me? Those are emergencies. Not you got a meeting you got to attend, or you got a event that you knew about and you doubled a schedule. That's not an emergency. So I want to read this real quick. Where's it at, Joshua? You want to read it for us?
Yeah, I got you right here. Hold on, let me find it. Once the premise, right here. It's basically rule number 9. Let me go back. Hold on. Rule number 9 says no shows will result in an automatic loss. So that's how we've been treating it, man. Last day of excuses or saying that, last minute we had a brother say that he had to go to a baptismal or something like that just popped up out of nowhere. We think it's not fair to the audience, to the judges, to the people that have been promoting, and the people want to see it. And the other contestant, for you to just out of the blue say that you're not showing up because something like that popped up. But we had an event that happened with one of the debaters that was supposed to debate on Thursday. That was a real life emergency. So we're going to give grace to that and reschedule LV versus Avery's debate. Tomorrow's debate, doesn't apply to this because actually it was well in advance. One of the brothers got sick and has been in the hospital. So we're going to also reschedule that debate. That'll be the James versus Iz debate. So be on the lookout. Those two debates are still happening here on the source. So you guys be on the lookout.
We're gonna be updating the dates for that this following week coming up. But I want to say this: the brothers that were in the first round did not have these emergency excuses. I want to make that clear, because there's been like a lot of confusion on whether or not it's fair or not. Listen, man, if somebody has to rush out of town in an emergency because somebody's in the hospital or an accident happened, that's an emergency, right? If a brother is in the hospital, that's an emergency.
right? We cannot penalize these brothers. But for somebody who's double booking something else came up that, you know, they are making an arbitrary decision to do that instead of their debate. They are in violations of Numbers 30 based upon a decision. An emergency is not a decision. So I want to put that out there for the brothers and the sisters that support the source. We're behind the scenes. I want to make double sure that I'm not making I'm not making arbitrary decisions without the executive board input, because you Negroes ain't gonna blame me by myself. Okay, understand that. Right. You gonna blame Joshua too? Okay, understand that.
Oh man, hey, look, you don't gotta worry about that. They already doing that right now. You ain't gotta worry about it, brother.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So again, I want to take out this time to thank my brother Joshua, man. You've been unbelievable in this tournament, Joshua, bro. And everything you've done throughout behind the scenes, bro. I appreciate you. I want to also say I appreciate the founder of the source, General Yashar. He's been unbelievable. James Cassell, King Seth, Pro Rizzo, all you brothers that are on the executive board, you guys have been unbelievable when it comes to the support and you know, doing what you do behind the scenes. Words can't even express. So, you know, what makes us different from the other guys, they're still trying to get off the ground over there while we're knee deep about to enter into the Final Four over here at the source. You feel me, Joshua?
Facts, man. Facts. They ain't even started.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So, woo, very interested, man. That boy Mally got 230s, man. That man finna be he about to be talking all week, man.
Hey,
he about
man,
to be talking all week.
I hope he make it all the way to the end so I can smack him back down to the bottom of Mount.
I know he got you fired up. The last time he debated, he had you fired up. And if that man is able to make it through, it's gonna be unbelievable. But you and I, we got a wager. You understand me? You and I, we got a wager, brother. It's team versus team. Precepticons versus Yap game. I'm about to put the flyer together, brother. I'm about to put the flyer together. Is the Precepticons going to win? Yeah.
Hey, look, man. Your man's lucky. Your man's lucky. All I'm gonna say is your man is lucky. A stomach bug.
Right.
God, brother. Oh my.
Right.
Listen. Y'all stay tuned for developments, man, because this debate gonna happen, man. And we got money on this, right? We got 100. I got $100 on this, man.
Hundo. I mean, let me tell you something, man. And the reason it makes it so powerful is because James is a killer, man. He's the Kobe Bryant of the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about, you understand? I'm excited about the young brother Zion Williamson coming in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about. What's the brother from Memphis?
Oh, I'm about to say, don't do Zion. He was overweight, not prepared.
Yeah. What's the brother from Memphis?
No, I'm just gonna call him.
I'm excited about Jason Tatum in the league. You understand me?
Yeah, Jason Tatum.
I'm excited. I'm excited about Luka Doncic that's in the league right now, brother. You understand me? I'm excited about Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. None of them brothers is Kobe. Listen. None of them brothers Kobe Bean Bryant with the 8. Come on now.
I hear you.
Got a championship at 21. Stop. What are we talking about? What was he? 20 or 21, man? Come on, man. He was still. He wasn't even weaned. He wasn't weaned off the teach yet, brother, and got a championship.
They got a black stain though, Joshua. You know when they had Karl Malone and Gary Payton. Okay, they lost to the Detroit Pistons. Okay, they lost. Okay, in the height of their power.
And we got to keep it real. Shaq won them championships, not Kobe.
Oh, Shaq got hurt. Hold on. Did not Shaq get hurt and he put the team on his back? Come on, bro. Against the Pacers? Oh, man.
Shaq won those championships, not Kobe.
How you gonna win the championship on the sideline?
We got to look. We got to Google. You have to show proof on that one, Yahshua. I think that was later on, not those early championships when Kobe wasn't doing nothing.
Well, he went crazy. No, he didn't get hurt. He fouled out. My bad. Shaq fouled out.
Hey, Kobe did come back though and got the 2 joints with Paul Gasol. Got to put respect on Kobe's name, right? So
Man,
what I'm saying is,
we don't have to go to 2009 and 2010. We can go right back to that first championship when they played the Indiana Pacers. Who held that team? Come on, brother. Stop.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about now. Yeah, Kobe did. Something happened to Shaq. Kobe did push him on through. That's a fact. That's a fact. Allen Iverson still dropped 50 on him in round 1. Okay, first game. He still got damn near 50 on him. Okay,
and didn't win a game after that. Y'all better put. Hey, Kobe, rest in peace, Kobe Bean Bryant, man. Rest in peace to one of the GOATs, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, man. James Cassell, man. Kobe Bryant of the source, man. You know what I'm saying? You was pressuring me, man. You put me on the spot. You know what I'm saying? I got to support my man ears. You feel me? Precepticons, man. You know, we're going to do our thing. I got a new intro song I'm going to be producing. Yeah, feel me? You know what I'm saying? We coming in strong. Warriors, man. It's going down. Precepticons versus Yap game. Is Precepticons going to win? Yep.
Oh, man.
All right, family. We appreciate y'all, man. Sincerely, man. Peace and blessings, man. May y'all have a great night. Excellent debate, Joshua. Excellent debate. I love the fire. King Seth, listen, King Seth, his performance and those rebuttals were amazing, Joshua.
Yeah, the rebuttals on point.
His rebuttal game was top notch in this debate. He lost, but his rebuttals was, boy.
I would just kept going. I would just kept going into the rebuttal.
Right.
I would have got out my presentation. I would just, you know what I'm saying? You got to shake it up sometime, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He did his thing, man. Listen, man, Source Game, man. I'm proud of what we built here, man. We've been rocking and rolling. Well, we coming up on 4 years now, man. They wanted us dead, Joshua. They wanted us dead.
Yeah, man.
Still rocking and rolling, bro.
We still here, man.
Hey, Yashu. I told you better source up. That nigga Kobe only averaged 15 points in that finals right there, bro. That ain't no killing. What is you talking about?
Hey, Jeremiah, put me in the ring with Lahab. Put me in the ring with Lahab, man.
I'm just saying. Yeah, now you want to get in the ring. Hey, bro, you got to produce, man. You just can't be saying. Can't just be saying stuff, man. You hear me?
Get me in the ring with this brother, man.
Hold it down with the Percepticons, man. I appreciate you, Lahab, man. Sincerely, bro, coming in and holding us down, bro. You know what I'm saying? My back was against the wall, getting them judges, man. Let me tell y'all something, man, about this real quick. It ain't easy doing this tournament, man.
Not at all.
It's really not. You know, the judging pool, and shout out to every judge, man. Every single one of them, man. It's some amazing judges that we have as well, man. Shout out to SOG, came in for me the last minute. Elder Lahab was last minute. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate brothers holding us down, you know, and this is what it's about at the end of the day. Every complaint that's coming moving forward, Joshua, you're gonna be the director of complaints, all right?
Hey, listen.
Every complaint, send them straight to Joshua. We're gonna let him handle it, man.
I'm about to go change my phone number, my social media. Y'all not doing this to me. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. Source Gang, Elimination Chamber, right? New tournament. Elimination Chamber, one loss and you out. For the heavyweight championship and $500 cash prize. Nobody do it better. The homework champions are made. Source Gang.
Who's coming with me?
It's a short shot. We the source now. Taking over the game, put it on padlock. With a better roster, sickness to play the lobster. Let them niggas hate, but revenge will never stop us. It's a short shot. We the source now. Taking over the game, put it on padlock. With a better roster, sickness to play the lobster. Let them niggas hate, but revenge will never stop us. Kill the caster, you can call me a sick assassin. Cut the chains, you can call me LeBron James. Make a decision, but you never had me in derision. Change the division, discard them that cause division. For real? Never in submission like I need permission. Nah. Nigga steady telling lies like a politician. Nigga need to cool it down, but we the new edition. Yes. Yeah, the name is the source. Check the reinvention. For real? You think we not prepared for the fallout? Watch us stack this information. Watch us.